What's good, chat? It's Wednesday, and tonight we are talking about what's good for baddies. We are covering villains, we're covering turns. So when I use the term heel turn because that's a wrestling term, but if you don't know it, it's when your best buddy turns his back on you. And I think that a good example of that would be for me is a Cypher from the Matrix who decides to screw everyone else over to have nice steaks and to be a celebrity, be an actor. Actually, what he asked to have as his reward for that. So that's one example of a villainous turn. And speaking of villainous turns, we have AJ here with us.
It's messed up for you to make me to go first, man, and then to give that type of explanation because what I sent you were turns as in like twist. Oh, we didn't know this.
That works maybe. Too.
Okay, but as soon as you said like turning your back on your bro,
yeah,
I went to Scar, and I told her I was trying to stay away from it. That's a given for me. But I mean, here we are. I immediately thought of that scene with them claws going to Mufasa on the cliff.
Yep.
And he tells him, "Long live the king." Whew! Turn his back. Literally turn his back on his brother. I guess.
Does it get you every time? Every time?
Every time. Yeah. I feel something. I still haven't cried. I feel like I'm not complete since I haven't cried for that.
Well, we can cry tonight if you want. I'll hold you as best I can.
No, it won't happen.
No? Okay. All right. Okay. If you want to, you can, though. Speaking of, Squeeka, welcome.
Hi.
You just gave 10 memberships.
It's the villain in me.
It's right? The villain in you.
Yeah.
You don't have to do that, Squeeka, but I do appreciate you very much. And you've come with some interesting ideas for villains tonight. So I got a couple stuff ready for you, too. And you brought up Batteries Not Included, which is a movie I forgot that I watched, and that's like mid 80s, right, at its finest. So
yeah, but I was thinking like a guy that turned good too. Like I had a totally different definition for turn as well. So
we can do heel turns.
You can keep the villain if you want, because the villains, I love those guys.
Redemption arcs and villains. So any of that stuff. So good, you can switch good, switch bad, earn your way back to the good, like a Darth Vader style character, or just be straight baddies. And speaking of straight baddies, Nadia's here.
Hey, hello.
You're a straight baddie, Nadia.
I am. I'm all about villains. No redemption arc, no heel turn. I want them killing from birth. So, yeah.
Okay. Well,
yep.
One of them you picked is nice to look at, so I don't mind.
Okay, that's fair enough. I don't remember what I picked, but yes. I guess.
More Planet 13?
Maybe.
What's up, Lady B?
Hey guys, it's good. Everything except my USB splitter thing breaking, so I have one port and it's for my microphone. So sorry, there's no camera tonight.
It's all good. It's all good. Thanks for being here.
Yeah, let's go.
And first time on the show, I think probably the biggest, definitely the biggest show I've ever had on. It's Niyat from FilmComicsExplained. Thanks for coming on.
Yeah. Howdy. Thank you so much for the invite. It's a pleasure to be here. Sorry I'm late.
No problem. So we were all late. That's fine. We expect to be late. If that's how you know it's me, if I'm late. If I'm on time, be concerned.
That's true.
Yeah. One thing that's funny that happened, I was looking for clips and stuff for you guys for tonight's show and looking for one of suggestions from Niyat, and I got recommended one of his videos, so I clipped his own video to put on the show tonight.
How about that?
Awesome.
It's perfect. I thought, oh, I know this guy. He looks familiar. Speaking of guys that look familiar, we got the Gooch in the house. What's up, Gooch?
What a Gooch!
What's up? Is that Squeeka? Hi, Squeeka. How are you?
That was fantastic,
dude.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, we. It's always good to stream with Squeeka. Nice to see you. Yeah, we raised over $800, almost $900 for Zach tonight, so it was a success. So
good shit.
Yeah,
I think that's a giant success, really.
Yeah,
because he has some talent, he's okay at drawing.
Yeah.
So no, I'm kidding. He's amazing. The dude blows my mind, and the speed at which he does this stuff is that's even more boggling to me.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Yeah, what did you get, Nadia? You said something about a spider part.
Yeah,
A spider vajayjay.
Yeah, you can tell us. We're okay.
I got Angela and the Pale Man from Pan's Labyrinth.
Oh, nice.
Yeah,
And the spider vajayjay.
Yeah, from Wicked City. And which is funny because Wicked City is like the first anime I saw as a kid, way
What?
too young to see it. Like, I think it was on Skinemax or Cinemax at night or HBO. It's one of those, and I would stay up late to watch it. And yeah, I was way too young to see it. That's why I bought it. I was like, oh, good times.
Did you ever watch Skinemax or? Well, I know Gooch did back in the day, but did you watch it scrambled and hope you could kind of see a boob? Ever? Just me?
Yeah, I did. Not gonna lie.
Yeah.
Lady B.
Thank you, Lady B, for being honest.
I did. I did that all the time. Like sometimes when I like babysit for my neighbors and the kids, like they go to sleep, and I'm like, "Oh, channel 99."
Is that AJ up there? What?
It is.
Yeah, it's his Halloween
Unfortunately, it is.
Oh, he's alive. That's awesome.
Yeah,
Yes.
dude, keep that hat on the entire stream.
With great power comes great responsibility, AJ. I gotta only whip out the hair at certain times. So
Okay, I'm glad you know. Keep that power in check before Lex Luthor
Yes.
come out, Superman.
yeah, yeah.
Solid set in his head for sure. So guys, first of all, I need to play a song for Squeeka for her.
Oh hell yeah!
This is her clip, her song.
Oh yeah.
Sing along if you want.
Right, Lady
Thank you, Squeeka.
Enough. I am Gandalf, and Gandalf means me. Gandalf? Not the wandering wizard, per se.
The same.
The same. Now, I want to say hello to the chat, but while we're doing that tonight, trying something different, a couple of paintings up here. There's two different artists, and I want you guys to look at this as we're going through the chat and chat too. Give me, if you like the one on the left, give me a 1. If you like the one on the right, give me a 2. I'm just curious to see where you guys sit and what your preferences are, and then I'll ask the panel when we get back to them. But for now, Dempsey, hello. Thanks for coming, Dempsey.
I hope that's a knee,
Squeeka?
not what I think it is.
I was thinking the same thing. I was like, I don't know. I'm voting number
those
1 now.
You got to pick one, ladies. That's all. Thanks for coming, Dildo. Good to see you here. Always, always, always. Squeeka, you've already started. Edega's here. What's up, Edega? Fantastic storyteller, writer. He has it all. And he's a great, if you can ever trick him to coming onto your show, he's a great panelist too. And hi, Niyat. Am I saying your name right? Please tell me.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Okay. Captain Cavermanche, good to see you too. Will, what's up, Will? Will Richards. Lord B. Is that what we're doing, Lord B?
Yeah, he does that.
Hey, love it. Good to see you. Thanks for coming. It's been a minute. We got who else? Big Ship. So chat, make sure. Oh, Scoopy's here. Don't forget to tell me which one you like. Rachel, hello. Thanks for coming. Leon. What's up, Leon, my guy? Yeah. Ruben, hail. Ruben, good to see you. Kayla in the chat. What's up, Kayla? She's one of the biggest supporters of Zach's art. So appreciate you being here. And she's also a big fan of From, which we're going to talk about a little bit tonight because Nadia and I are big fans of From, whether you like it or not. And you may not like it, but all right. Sucks to be what?
Sucks to be them if they don't like it. Gooch.
And hello, Frank.
I haven't seen it. Does that count?
On the stream.
No
Off the stream.
I
Watch
said
it
that
right
I'm like,
now.
I don't even know why I'm here, y'all.
Good to see you, Stupenzo. Thanks for coming. All right, chat. 1 for the left, 2 for the right. Panelists, let me know. I'll start with Niyat. Which one do you like, left or right?
I prefer the one on the left, number 1.
Okay. Squeeka?
My first instinct was the one on the left, so I'll go with that one. Mostly because of the thing Nadia said, is that a knee or a
Nadia? What are we doing?
I said 3. So both of them, 1 and 2.
You like them both?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, that's fair. You can do that. Gooch.
Gooch is definitely a one guy.
I think so.
Yeah.
All
We're
right.
voting
Yeah.
one for him.
Why can Nadia do that? Don't let her
What?
do that.
Vote for Gooch.
You have to pick 1 or 2.
I said
Yeah.
what I said. I said 3.
I know 3.
What's 1? Okay, listen. I understand. Maybe you don't know math. 1 plus 2 is 3.
I understand that, but you can only pick 1. And once you choose that 1, the other one falls into like a pit of hell or some shit.
Oh,
That could
in
be true.
case, definitely 2. Definitely 2.
So okay, we got a 2. We got a lot. Gooch, what do you got?
This is a setup. I know it is.
I know it's a setup.
I'll go with Grumpy on the right.
Okay, on the right. Lady B.
1 all the way. It's
1.
about the bedroom eyes, and he's giving me Tom Bombadil art vibes, like old Tom Bombadil. Tom Bombadil was a merry fellow. His coat was blue and his boots were yellow.
It was worth it for the song alone.
Lady B, I miss being on streams with you.
I know. I'm like, I don't know. I've had some times. I'm starting to feel like more like myself though, so I'm glad we'll get back in the run.
Always happy to have Lady B in the house here. Okay, so guys, if you in the chat, let's go see what people are saying here. 2 grumpy, 1 seems zesty. Yeah, he is pretty zesty.
Yeah.
He's ready to sashay. Yeah, that could be true. Depends on the language. Ooh, you're working with if they're strings. 1. Okay, well, you're too smart, Will, for us here tonight. So Scooby Pops with a 2, and whoa, yeah, you're dropping memberships. Thank you, dude. Appreciate that.
You're welcome. Here to support you, bro.
Oh, appreciate that. All right. Well, I'm going to have to give you a clip, and what should I play for? Oh, this one sounds good.
I'm hurt. Here, let me help.
Look familiar?
And
Yeah, you know how I can
I
tell. You know how I can tell that's
that
my
show.
video because back
Huh?
then, to avoid copyright, I do the constant fade to blacks, which we've sort of avoided now. But that's hilarious.
Plus your watermarks on the bottom right too. So
True.
so it's yours. I stole it. All credit goes to you.
I had such a thing for that character during Heroes. Oof. Then to find out the actor is gay, and I was like, man, why?
Well, it's wrong with being gay. It's okay to be gay.
They don't like me. I don't have the parts that they
Oh.
need.
This is coming from the lady who would hook up with guys to get free
Yes,
HBO.
heroes.
Oh my god!
Oh,
One,
that's
two,
true.
And I did and tolerated for a season of Game of Thrones.
Vex, do you like 1 or 2, left or right of these paintings? Tell me.
Vex is definitely a 1.
Vex is a 1?
Mhm.
All right. So what this is here is on the left, it's an original Adolf Hitler painting.
Oh,
Drawing.
nice.
Yeah. So if
Oh, I liked it.
we are talking villains and tonight, and so they come in all shapes and sizes, and
She's
he
definitely
was
a
short
one.
and not great. Had a bad mustache, but he's still a villain. Yeah, you knew it, Will. He knew it.
That's fucking hilarious. Okay, so what's the story behind the other one?
The other one was another dwarf that I found that looked similar enough. This is all the rest of it is just like random art. So,
Okay.
yeah.
Thought you were gonna say you found it in like a Genghis Khan cave or some shit.
Nah. Oh, I'm so disgusted by Nadia thinking Zach Quinn was hot. My sister and what the fuck?
That's
That
why
works.
I picked number 2, and she probably picked number 1, the Hitler painting. So
I mean,
Yeah.
normally he's
find
known for his
some of that.
landscapes, but so it was tough to find something that wasn't a landscape from him. He's known for other stuff too, not just his landscape paintings, but that is one thing he's known for.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely. So let's
I
talk
wonder
about
how much that original painting goes for right now, if somebody were to buy it.
there's been a lot of stuff with that where people they try to shut down the auctions.
Yeah.
And depending on what country they're into, they can or can't. But it's been an issue where people have bought them and then we're told they can't actually have them. And I mean,
It's weird.
it's tough to stand up for like a Hitler collector ultimately, but There's also the idea that he's dead and it's his art, and can you separate him from his art? Or are you only buying his art because it's him, which is probably the case. Yeah, there you go. Vex knows. We're in Canada, so we have a similar situation here right now.
Yeah.
Not that different.
Oh, there's some weird things going on with like Justin Castro, like accusing some like Indian people of like killing the Sikh guy. I was like,
Yeah.
well, that's wild. Like kicking Indians out of Canada.
It seems like a targeted thing, yeah, and that's after all the pooping on the beach stuff. So
Yeah.
they're going after Indians all the time here. So Niyat, since we played a clip from you already, let's talk about Siler. We're talking about villains and heroes. There were 4 seasons of it, which I don't think I remember them all, but the first season was like it was cultural almost.
Yeah,
until
it was
blew up.
very much like Lost. It was part of the cultural zeitgeist, and also like Lost, the writer's strikes really affected its later seasons. So I really enjoyed the first 2 seasons. I thought were great, and then seasons 3 and 4, they sort of lost their way.
What do you think made Siler such a great villain?
He's quite unique because his primary power is, I think it's called intuitive aptitude, which he uses to steal the abilities of other superhumans by killing them and examining their brains. He's ambitious, he's power hungry, he's obsessed with becoming the most powerful being in the world, and he sees himself as special. He's got a deep-seated desire to prove his superiority. But what I found interesting about Siler was that despite his villainous actions, he occasionally shows signs of remorse and struggles with his identity and his obsession, which made him one of the more complex characters in the show.
Yeah, they took the time to give him a backstory that people could sort of bite into a little bit. But I remember watching him and being like, he was terrifying. It's not just that, like, the character, but the actor was so great in that role.
Yeah.
So I was impressed with that. Anyone else watch Heroes?
Honestly, yes, I loved Heroes. I honestly forgot about Siler. He is a fantastic villain.
I've never seen like Heroes. I should.
The first 2 seasons were great, and then it started to fall off the rails.
You can have a watch party, Lady B.
Oh, yeah.
I'm down.
I would rewatch season 1.
Same.
Hey, 70s.
Yeah.
And season 2 as well. It's just like, yeah, it did fall off, and that's too bad because it was something that had so much potential. It had great characters in it, and they just kind of it started to meander a bit. But him as a villain, I loved that. You know, he had this power that was super messy for him to use, and you know, at its base level, it really wasn't anything. He could just take other people's abilities and learn how to use them. But to do so, he had to cut their heads open, which would ultimately kill them. And look at how their brain works, because he'd been fixing clocks and watches growing up, and so he could see how things worked. And eventually, he learned to do it without having to do that, to cut their head open. But then he chose to keep doing it anyway. That's a good villain turn.
Yeah, absolutely.
He put his foot down on the gas, and that I love that show. That was you know, pre the MCU doing all the stuff that it did, and it was 2006, I think.
It was old.
Yeah, 2006, 2005, around that era.
I don't think they knew what they had when they made this. Like, especially after the first season, it just seemed like they didn't know what direction to go with everybody. It really went walkie in the 3rd season. Even at the end of the 2nd season, it was just they just kept on promoting the cheerleader.
Save the cheerleader, save the world.
Yeah.
That worked for season 1. That was a good hook. Because
I think they would have been better off if the writer's strike didn't happen. It would probably been a pretty good 5 to 7 season show. I would say they could have gone a lot with it, but with the writer's
is there
strike,
a point where we
destroyed
should
it.
stop watching it?
3 is rough. Season 3 is rough.
Yeah.
And the reboot too, when they brought it back a couple of years ago.
The man with the glasses.
Yeah, I would say season 1 to 2. Yeah, I can't remember what the big cliffhanger for season 2 was at the end.
Can't Niyat, you know? I can't.
It's been a while since I've watched it. I watched it when I was a
Yeah.
teenager, so
Yeah, so this is one that if you've never watched, it's definitely worth going back to watch season 1 and 2. Season 1 was so compelling; it became appointment TV for me. I know that, and like all my friends were watching it too. It was like water cooler show, but it was about superheroes, and that was really cool at that time.
It was Heroes
Yeah.
versus Lost because I believe they went on at the same time, different networks. So there was always
Absolutely.
a camp of people for Lost and a camp of people for Heroes.
Oh, is
also
that
at the
right?
same time, I felt like Prison Break and 24 were also going head to
Yep.
head. So we had amazing television back then.
Yeah.
That was almost
had
golden
TV
age.
at that time, but I remember watching some of that stuff later on, like 24. That was a fun. It was fun format of how they always told that story.
Mm.
Yeah. No remorse, definitely no. He did not have remorse. Jay, thanks for coming. Jay Goodwin. Good work over there, helping with Zach's art. Gord King, hail, good to see you. 70s Rock fan. We got Mike, Comic Relief Crusader, good to see you. Who else is coming in? Oh, Vex. Obviously Vex. I've already said hi to Vex, but hi Vex. Great having you here. Yeah, so this was here we go. The dwarf painting was among other artwork purchased by Norwegian War Museum director, bought at a German auction for $300, reported back in 2008. Tests suggest that the paintings were from 1940. Interesting. Thanks for that info. What's up, Cannoli? Good to see you, dude. Yeah, so he is, not just landscapes. Mrs. Cannoli's here. Let's go. Anyone else? Heroes? Any memories? Anything you want to talk about for that show?
I've never seen it.
Shocking. But you've seen it, Nadia.
Mm-hmm.
One.
It's been a long time. I saw it when it was airing, so it was right after I graduated high school. So it's been a hot minute since I've seen it, and I have not revisited it.
But you've seen it, so that's Nadia 1, AJ 0 so far.
Oh, I'm always winning over AJ. I mean, that's not a competition.
That's perfectly fine.
Yeah.
If it's live action, if there's real humans on screen, I don't care for it.
That's weird
That
because
that
of the
checks out.
villains that you had picked. I thought you might say something different than that, AJ.
I don't know what that means.
Let's talk about your boy Scar.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
man.
get it out of the way.
Yeah.
All right, for the record, I didn't choose Scar. You did. Okay. So,
Okay.
I've said this a million times, man. Growing up as a kid, they introduced death to children to see a kid, feel like it was his fault. You know what I'm saying? His dad died because of him. For this man to die on screen, this lion, got trampled by a bunch of goddamn wildebeest. His body just there ragged, and the kid trying to like wake him up. And to see like the conniving Scar, how he set all of it up, how it was so smooth. And like I was telling you, man, for him to sink his claws into Mufasa's paws and to tell him like long live the king and throw him off. It's like, man, who thought of that? That was art. So this is the greatest villain of all time to me. I think the more reach you have, the more sway you have in pop culture. And yeah, man, kids, adults, in-betweens, everybody can appreciate this character.
What did you think about the live action version?
Terrible, man. Why are we talking about that? It didn't happen.
Oh, I mean, it did happen. It didn't make a bunch of money.
If we just pretend it didn't happen, it'll go away.
Isn't the Lion King like partially based off Hamlet?
Yeah, it is. Yeah, I was just gonna
Yeah.
say it's a great villain because Claudius is a great villain, and Claudius was the one that killed Hamlet's father. And
Yeah,
I
it's a
really like
combination of. Sorry,
No,
it's a
go ahead.
combination of Hamlet and also I don't know if you guys have seen Simba the White Lion. That was an animated show.
Kimba.
Existed. Kimba the White Lion. Okay, yeah, in the 80s and 90s, I think.
I don't remember that at all. But
man,
Oh
that's
my
the
God, they talk
thing.
about- oh, that's so ugly. Holy shit. Why are we looking
yeah, what
at
a difference. I'm just
Just
AJ's
no,
these are coming from Asia. He's DMing me right now for these pictures. So
not at all, man. I don't look this shit up.
he says, please show these photos.
Bro, just no character, man. Like, where's the color on this dude, man? Where's the dark mane?
It doesn't look exciting. It looks like Planet of the Apes, like the remix. Ugh.
I like those movies, but they are their own thing.
Oh, here's a good example. Here we go. So this is like side by side.
AJ,
Terrible.
you know I love you like a brother, right?
What, Nadia? What you got to say?
I'm just saying, you know I love you like a brother, right?
I appreciate it.
Okay.
Scar.
The animated Scar has so much personality than the rendered one.
In the face right there alone, and then when you see the comparison of like Simba seeing the Stampede, the animated one against the live action, it's like, man, these characters just don't care. They are just there. They're just moving. They're just doing things. They've actually become the human actors on screen.
Yeah, who was the voice of Scar?
Chiwetel Ejiofor. Are you talking about the new? Oh shit!
No,
the
original. Is it Jeremy Irons?
Jeremy
Yes, it is,
Irons.
yeah.
Yeah, Jeremy Irons. Yeah.
That's awesome.
Good evening, Tina. So Gucci, you've seen The Lion King.
Mm-hmm.
And as an artist, did you take anything from it, art style wise?
No.
Nothing.
No.
What this
It was one of those. It was one of the first, I believe, first movies that combined 2D with 3D CGI, and it was great visually seeing it in the theater and everything. But no, this is more. They're still taking notes from Don Bluth. He kind of had that style, and everyone tries to copy that style when it comes to like Disney. So it's great. I just not me. I'm more of a Jim Lee kind of guy. So, and Mark Silvestri.
That's fair.
Yeah.
Squeeka.
Yes.
Do you have any Lion King memories or thoughts?
I mean, I watched it a really long time ago. My biggest takeaway was I'm a Rowan Atkinson fan, and I like the bird. But other than that, no. I mean,
Zazu was great.
It's probably not in my top 10 of Disney movies.
No.
This is crazy.
No. Sorry, AJ.
This
Just
bewilders.
doesn't hit you right. Who Bluth? Don Bluth.
This man said,
Don
"Who's
Bluth.
Bluth?"
Don Bluth.
He's a legend.
He made the other good animated stuff we grew up with that wasn't Disney.
He was Disney. He was like one of the originators of Disney, and then he left Disney in 1978, 79, and decided to do Secret of Nim.
Oh yeah, that was crazy.
Yeah, and then what was it? All Dogs Go to Heaven, Land Before Time.
Yeah, all that.
Oh, yeah.
And they all try to mimic his style.
So that's why I said everything that was good animated that we grew up with that wasn't Disney, it was pretty much him, more than likely.
Yeah. Troll in the Park, I think he did too. There was a lot there. So
why were there so many orphans in
He
Disney
did Secret of Nim in his garage, for crying out loud. He put his house up, remortgaged it to create that movie.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
The intro for this, the reason I'm playing this without sound is I don't want to get my channel taken down, but also for me, I started a program to help kids at youth at risk get jobs. And one of the places I helped to get them jobs was the IMAX theater. And so I would go by and check to see how they're doing at work. And every time I went, I would show up for the intro of this movie on IMAX. And with the sound and like the giant screen, it was incredible. Like it was larger than life. And then I watched probably 100 times the intro, but I wouldn't stay for the movie. So every time I go, I'd see the intro and then I would leave. And it honestly never got old.
Was this at Portage Place?
Yes. Yeah. Yeah. That's it.
I got to see it in IMAX at we had a place in Memphis called, I don't know if it's still there, but the Pink Palace. I'm sure it's still there.
Okay.
The
Sounds like one of those special theaters.
The Pink Palace Museum. That did sound kind of kinky.
Was it blue? Was it beside the Blue Oyster Club?
So no, it was an actual museum, and they had like a theater attached, an IMAX theater. So I got to see that, The Lion King, and man, it was an underwater movie, and that shit was scary.
My elementary school did the Lion King musical, so that was fun. I did costuming, but I mean that was my favorite Lion King instance.
Yeah, what really ruined that Lion King for me was seeing this it's just like video, and it's like a rap, like somebody made a rap video to like about like Nala. Does anyone know what I'm talking about?
No.
Are you talking about Lil Dicky?
Yeah, I think so.
AJ gets it.
He's seen it. Like, oh my god.
I think the rap was fine. It was cool.
It was
I
funny.
like like how you said that, Little Dicky, and Zach's go, oh, AJ gets it.
Yeah, I wasn't gonna ask him how he came to that.
Yeah,
I got you, AJ. I
funny.
got you. Don't worry. Okay. So I think that if not for Scar, obviously this movie is nowhere near as good, and it because Mufasa is not in it that much, and so it's kind of the Scar show, and I think without Jeremy Irons, it would have been tough to get. I mean, they tried to do it again with somebody else, but I think that he really embodied that role, and you could almost see him through the art.
Yeah, you totally could.
To an extent.
Kind of like Jafar. He really makes me like the character design makes me think of Jafar.
I can see that. Superior movie, Aladdin.
I like the uncensored version where they cut off your ear if they don't like your face. It's barbaric,
What?
but hey, it's home. You don't remember that when they that was the start of it, like in the opening song.
No.
And they're like, people offended. I'm like, I don't know. I was just like reading an article about some dude getting his head cut off because he was listening to like pop music during prayer time in like Saudi Arabia or something. So like, I don't know.
Oh.
The ear guy got off easy.
We have a horrible thing going on in Winnipeg right now. Some people are like, we're like killing cats. It's like one of the worst things.
No,
Disgusting.
not
Yeah.
Haitians. Oh, that's bad.
They're not eating them, but all right, it's painting time.
What
It's
the
painting time,
hell?
people. So these two paintings of windows. So I'd like to know from the chat and panel, what do you think? Which one do you like better? Which one calls out to you? On the left or the right? AJ.
I've seen better stuff in a toilet than this. I don't know.
Yeah. But what do you feel connected to?
You gotta pick. I'm gonna say the second one, man. I'm not a fan of abstract.
Yeah.
So it's more it's stylized. It's cool. But the numbers, the letters, it makes me feel weird about it.
Okay.
Like that's the setup.
Left is 1, right is 2. Okay. So you which one do you like better, AJ?
The right.
The right. Okay.
Why 30p?
Squeeka. Pick one.
Well, I'm probably going to be wrong again and pick another Hitler painting.
There's no wrong. Art's subjective.
So, I teach 3, 4, and 5-year-olds. I'm going to go with the one on the left because it totally looks like something we would make. So cool. I'm going to go with the one on the left.
All right. Nadia. No cheating.
I'm so creeped out by number 2. I'm going number 1.
Okay. Lots on the 1 on the left side. Gooch, you didn't pick one, did you, Gooch?
No, I have a feeling this is John Wayne Gacy. I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go with the one on the left, just because Squeeka did.
Okay. Yeah, where you at?
Probably going to go number 2.
Okay. Lady B?
I like number 2. It looks like there's a little decoupage with the what is that called? A collage with the lace. There's Russian. It's probably like Stalin or something like that. I don't know. It just looks like friendly. I kind of low-key just hate modern art. I don't know. Me and Will went to the Smithsonian and there was just a whole bunch of Degas crap in there. Oh no, not Degas. Who's that guy? He did sculpture. I think it was him.
Michelangelo.
No, not the good sculpture. One of those okay, you're kind of a modernist one, and that's it's ugly, but people are like, yeah, this is it. He did that weird ballerina sculptures, and they're super creepy because they're actually like made of human hair, and it looks so weird. I don't know if you guys like. Did you guys know what I'm talking about? It's like there's two statues, and it's like a little girl like doing ballet. It's really famous. It was so creepy when I saw it like in person. And
No,
the way
not
like,
at all.
oh god, I can't.
Especially made out of hair.
Yeah, it's human hair,
yeah.
and it's like she has a braid, and it's like just the back of the braid is hair, and it's like this looks like a serial killer like took it off a person
Yeah.
and like put it on something, and it's like, oh, all of
The
the
house-
sculptures are they're quote
House of
unquote
Leatherface.
impressionistic, yeah, and they just look weird, unfinished, like little children made them, and I hate modern art so much.
We got critical theory happening in the chat. That's always nice. Got to have that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Jana's here. Hey, Jana. Cope Dog is in the chat as well now. Good to see you guys. Oh, hey, what's up? Black Lives or Black Cats? You know,
Black cats. Black cats matter.
There's
cats.
cats.
miss
There's
my
a couple
black cat.
here, and the woman was like crushing baby kittens with her feet,
Ugh.
and it's like and with her boyfriend, and it's like a sex thing.
Yeah.
It's,
Ew.
and selling the videos, it's super fucking weird. So
Ugh.
they have thankfully been arrested, so that's good. But also, speaking of evil people, the one on the right, number 2, is the only known public painting by Vladimir Putin.
Well, it's better than Stalin.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, you're right. Well, I'm not going to say that on YouTube, but I'm going to say that they're both bad.
Yeah, I mean, they're all politicians. But they're all bad.
Yes, that Putin. He's a little scamp, right? That Putin. Yeah, that is.
I mean, if he tuned up his like if he practiced more, he'd probably be pretty good at it.
Chibble.
I mean, the man has skills. So what's up, Chihuahua? Who did the left one? No idea. Somebody on like,
Looks like
think
dry
this-
erase
Acid.
markers.
yeah,
Somebody on acid. That's who.
somebody on acid. Nobody important. Well, yet maybe someday, but I don't know. So yeah, there we go. So that's 2 down. You guys are doing pretty good. We getting to know each other and yourselves at the same time. I think that's.
I'm just finding out I'm way less racist than I thought I was.
You can't be racist. You're Palestinian.
But I didn't choose the Hitler or the Putin painting.
didn't.
so-
Oh, you're failing the racism test, Nadia. Jeez.
Yeah. I'm not one of you.
Well, I mean, that's. I'm not one of you. That's a true story. Okay, we got another one here. So this is the next villain up. It's a pretty obvious one. We all know him.
You clearly don't know who you're talking to, so let me clue you in. I am not in danger, Skylar. I am the danger. A guy opens his door and gets shot, and you think that of me? No. I am the one who knocks.
I feel like Skylar's the villain in that, but
You beat me to it. Skylar is the villain in that.
Real minute.
I have no clue who that is.
Walter
What?
White.
Squeak.
Breaking Bad.
Walking, right.
Oh, my
Breaking Bad.
My bad.
You've Squeaka, we have a lot of work to do.
I asked you why I was here.
Because I wanted to. What do you mean? There's no qualification process.
Oh my god, Nadia,
Oh,
that's
you
so cool.
it's you made
Wait,
it.
wait. The best part, there's a meth lab in it.
Oh my god.
It's
That is
Legos.
awesome.
Wow.
And
That's
it comes
awesome.
with the little blue.
That's awesome.
Are those Legos?
Yep.
That is so funny.
You know how
That's
you
Lego?
collect-
Yeah.
like third party Lego, not actual like official Lego, but I
Oh,
love
Even his blue meth
I do a lot of Legos
And meth,
and meth.
and meth.
allegedly.
I mean, it's a pretty good weight loss drug. Maybe I should try it.
There's nothing that can go wrong. So I would say give it a go.
Yeah.
It's
why not?
cheap.
It cleans you out, but leaves
Yeah.
you hollow
Why am I
inside.
still on the screen this big?
Why?
Crazy.
I know, because you look nice.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, we like looking at you. We have got more people coming in. What's up, Sunrise? Good to see you. You gifted membership. Yes, thank you for coming in. Soul Assassin Hill, dude. Respect for the Lego Breaking Bad set. Absolutely. And the Blue Myth. You have to have the Blue Myth or it doesn't matter. And you guys have obviously seen Breaking Bad. Everyone but Squeeka.
Absolutely.
No, I've never seen it. I just hear all of y'all talk about it.
I've seen bits of it, like scenes, and I need to watch
I love it.
that.
Are you saying that just so I don't feel alone, AJ?
I don't want to watch white struggle movies just like I don't want to watch black struggle movies. So
I'll struggle in real life anyway. We don't need to see it on screen.
he sells drugs. From what I hear.
AJ, you're now down 2-0 to Nadia. And I would have bet on you at some point that you would have, been able to take her down, but I guess you just can't.
Well, to be fair, he only practices in that 12-year-old jiu-jitsu class, so he doesn't know how to take down a true adult.
That's true. Hey, Trip, thanks for coming.
What about my opponent said that he was a child, bro? It was fucking huge.
What an awesome villain story, because you start off in the series rooting for the guy and then you end up hating him at the end. I love this series. This is so well done from start to finish.
Yeah, agreed. His heel turn is central to the arc of Breaking Bad because he begins as an ordinary high school chemistry teacher. Then he gets diagnosed with terminal cancer. He turns to cooking meth to provide for his family. And over the course of the series, he just literally transforms into this ruthless drug kingpin known as Heisenberg. It's amazing to watch.
Yeah, he's he's one of those characters that you like. If you dance with the devil, you become the devil. He like definitely becomes the devil in this series. Like he is, yeah, great arc for him.
What's ironic about him as well is like he does it for his family. That's how he begins. But ultimately, because he cares so much about his power and legacy, then the well-being of his family as we head towards the end, his actions end up leading to the destruction of everyone that he loved and cared about. So, yeah, it's amazing.
Counterpoint, the worst thing Walter White does is kills 12 criminals. He's barely, okay.
It's great to counter Jesse's story where you go from Jesse kind of being the villain to almost the anti-hero throughout the series.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I mean, Walter White... Are we doing spoilers?
Yeah, please talk. Let's go. Talk about Breaking
Walter
Bad.
White kills Jesse's girlfriend to keep him in the drug trade. He also ends up leading to the death of his brother-in-law. Like, he's ruthless.
Yeah, that was a crazy intent, and that's one of those villain turns where he just watches her choke to death on her own vomit.
Yep. And
he would you could tell he gets worse and worse because he'll do more and more for less gain. Like earlier on, it's about he's trying to make as much money as quickly as he can. He's got a family to take care of and Skylar, and he's got his son who's what does he have? MS or
cerebral palsy.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you have to be there to provide for your family, and he thought he was going to die, so he's trying to do everything he can to make sure there's a nest egg for them. But then, and so a lot of it was about money. The risks were calculated. Later on, it's just by the end, he's just being a villain, and he knows he's not dying anymore. Palsy, yes, thank you, Jenna. And he keeps doing it because of the rush and the power, and he feels that he can't, like that clip that I showed with I'm the One Who Knocks. He's talking about how if he doesn't show up to work, this giant corporation effectively goes under and chaos will ensue. So that's how he thinks about himself by the end. Anyone not see this other than Squeak?
I haven't seen it.
It's so good. Lady B, you would really like it.
I think I would. I've seen bits of it for like watching screenwriting classes and stuff.
I will tell you, for myself, it took me at least 2 or 3 tries to get into it because the first season is very slow. To me, it really doesn't pick up till probably midway through the second. But it's worth the wait, worth to get to that point.
Agreed.
Sorry, go ahead.
No, you go ahead.
Oh, I said this is something I have absolutely been meaning to see, and I started watching like bits of it like when I was in film school, and it's like I need to watch the whole thing, but like it was like a TV writing show, and it's like okay, every week we have to watch X amount of like shit, and I was just man, I never got to, and it's yeah, I need to watch this. No more.
I think if you watch the first 2 episodes, you'll be hooked because it's a masterclass in writing complex characters. Good guys that become bad guys that end up becoming good, and other characters that are sort of stuck in the gray. Vince Gilligan, I think it's Gilligan, the guy who was the showrunner. He wrote it. I think he directed most of the episodes. He struggled to get Bryan Cranston to play the lead because the studio wanted somebody else because obviously he was most famous for Power Rangers and Malcolm in the Middle, and they couldn't envision him as this drug lord. Yeah, he ended up being the best thing about it.
Well, they were anti-dentites, that's why.
Seinfeld, I got it for a second.
Good night, Summarize. Thanks for coming by.
Nice.
This is the series that basically everyone should watch. There's no like taste aside, there's nothing about this that I think should push anyone away from it. The story is so good, the characters are so good. It's not like it's over the top with violence or gore or language or anything like that. There's not even a boob in it. So I think this is the kind of thing that really, it's one of those, top tier experiences that also ended, almost at the perfect time. Like it purposely didn't get pushed any further. It didn't get killed. They gave us a prequel series instead. And I think this kind of went out on the top. Am I wrong?
They also gave us a movie too.
Right.
Yeah.
And a sequel.
Yeah, they did.
El Camino, is that what it was?
That's right.
Yeah.
Everybody was wondering what happened to Jesse. So it was nice that we got to see a nice little wrap up for him.
And then Better Call Saul, which is like incredible.
Oh yeah.
He went on top, yeah.
Almost, I would say almost equal to it. Maybe in certain cases a little bit better, but
yeah, it is boring. I agree. Well, I wasn't a big fan of it. It was nice to see the characters again, but like really, it wasn't exciting. And also, I'd never watched Better Call Saul, and because I really don't like prequels, but I kind of have to watch it at some point because everyone says what you guys are saying.
It's a follow. It's the aftermath of Saul.
You almost even get flashes to Saul during the whole Breaking Bad as well.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I thought okay. Well, then I definitely have to watch.
My mom thanked me because it was during COVID when my dad was looking for something to watch. I said, "You got to watch this show." He was so addicted, he didn't even leave the room. My mom's like, "Thank you," because I was knitting a noose for your father. I was ready. So. Yeah, my dad loves the show. This and Better Call Saul.
Saul's a great character. Yep. And hello, Jamma. Sprequel. It's a sprequel because I thought it was before. Okay, I guess I'm way wrong on that. I thought it was a prequel where he was becoming a lawyer, got into like a giant partnership or corporation or whatever, and then it shows him how he became a lawyer. But there's a lot.
There's more to it. There's so much
it bounces around in timelines, so it's done really well.
And Mike is probably in it quite a bit.
I'm surprised. I believe it didn't win any Emmys either, which I'm very surprised by because it's so well done.
Hey, Romeo, thanks for coming. And I say sprequel as in prequel, and then it becomes a sequel. So okay, so it kind of bookends the series.
Is Lofty in the chat?
Is Lofty? Well, I mean, I don't know. I would like to see Lofty again. He's kind of I've messaged him, but
where are you?
His break has turned into more of a permanent thing, I think.
Is he okay?
Good for him. He has like writing projects and stuff. He wanted to kind of get away from social media for a while and just focus on that stuff.
No comment.
I miss him, but yeah, he announced that he was going away. So he didn't disappear, and that why he was, and it makes sense. You have to respect that.
I just remember the last conversation we had with him, and it was just like you could tell the hinges were starting to come off.
He was done.
Yeah, he was done. So,
he was. Yeah, at the end, he was so cooked. He And he would carry those, because first he didn't carry a grudge when I first met him, and then by the end he's like he's got to go back and talk about this stuff backstage, and it was
Yeah.
But I get it. He's getting probably dogpiled on Twitter all the time. I haven't experienced that, so I don't know what that will be like. And Nadia wants to claim this crown. Is that true, Nadia?
No, that's going to Leon, not me.
No, that
I am my own being.
Nadia channeling Lofty spirit.
We are the Lofty League.
He lives on through Nadia. Look, Nadia, this is like the entire chat thinks you're Lofty.
Why? I am not Lofty. No.
Are you
Lofty
sure?
had some great takes. I agreed with him on a lot of stuff.
That might be why you're carrying his torch.
Contradicted yourself.
Got her. You got her, guys. Yeah, she's the new Lofty.
What was that one like argument that he got in? It was like about sequels or something.
Oh,
Like
don't bring that up.
That's what.
Please
Yeah,
don't.
don't bring that up. Yeah, that.
no,
was,
we won't. We won't.
Whether or not Rings of Power is a prequel to Lord of the Rings.
That's how I found him. I saw that on your channel, Zach. It was the discussion with Platoon. Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
Oh, the back.
You should have seen the private chat during that time, because
Oh,
we're
yeah.
all streaming. We're all just trying to have a different conversation in the private chat.
That was entertaining as hell, though. I got to give it to him.
It was. Yeah, it was. It was fun to be a part of too. But
I am not Nofty, guys. I see you all.
Nofty.
Nofty.
I mean, it's kind of looks like it's going to be
Nofty.
everywhere. It's not
Yeah.
bad to be Noftia, but yeah, it was that was crazy. And first we did it with he came on to talk about Avatar because he loved Avatar and Avatar 2, and Platoon did not. And so we had that conversation, and that was also a rough one.
I
for
do not
Lofty.
like Avatar, by the way. I think it's garbage, but
I don't like it either. I mean, it's whatever, but Lofty was, and to be fair, Lofty doesn't understand how numbers work, so he was giving like Rings of Power 8 out of 10, saying it's average. It's an average show. 8 out of 10 is not average.
No.
Like, there's numbers exist for a reason, and so 8 is not an average show. But so in his mind, he's arguing for an average show, saying it's an 8, and that's his platform. And so from the very beginning, he's lost and he looks ridiculous, and so but he still defends that. But in his mind, 8 is an average show.
5 is average.
Yes, I know.
6 is above average.
Yes.
7 is solid. 8 is great with
Yep.
only a few flaws, and 9 it's damn near perfect. So
But Niyat, when you live in Narnia, 7
That's
is
true.
average.
That was okay. So there's more there too, because he thought that he was tying it to like school grades. That,
I
like,
don't do this, by the way. I actually know what a
Nadia.
5 out of 10
Yet,
is. Okay.
yet.
All right.
Does he work for
No.
Takaku? He might. IGN too. They also think it's an 8, but they didn't say it was average. But yeah, he comes at it from a school grading thing. Leon has the same approach. So that was kind of funny. But they like at 50 is an F and it's a fail. So that's bad. But like grading up, but to them, there's nothing below 50, and so that's why they grade that way. So to him, it's like, well, everything else below 5 doesn't count, and he counts from 5 to 10, making in his mind 8 is an average. But no,
That's not how that works.
he
Lady B.
doesn't help himself.
Yeah.
I could-
I don't know what's worse PTSD, that stream or the Velocipaster stream. One of the two.
I can sense the frustration from Lady B. That's not how it works.
It was funny though. I was just like, how long is this going on? Oh.
Absolutely hated it. 8 out of 10. Yes, that's.
I'm like,
kinda
what
right.
is this like screen rant?
At least he's entertaining,
Yeah.
and watching him argue with Platoon, yeah, where it's like
funny.
watching jujitsu, because he just keeps choking himself out.
Oh.
Hmm?
I
Huh?
think you woke up AJ.
Oh, AJ, hey.
AJ, come
Yeah,
back.
Lofty does look small and frail.
So speaking of small and frail, we can talk about AJ's next one if you want. AJ, here you go. This is your boy. He sent me these clips. He's a big fan of Avatar, The Last Airbender,
Ooh.
and he loves his boy Zuko. So here he is.
are you?
Pretty cringe, AJ, but
I fucking hate you, Zach.
Why? Did they, why did
What do
they
you
make it
mean?
Indian?
Yeah,
Because
Oh
it was
man,
directed by
I
M.
made that
Night
clip for
Shyamalan.
you.
Zach, you something else. You a heathen, man.
What do you mean, dude? I'm trying to help you. You wanted to talk about this guy. You said make sure it's the Dev Patel.
Who's this
Portrayal.
brown character on the screen, man?
Don't act like you don't know.
What's
Yeah,
wrong with
Slumdog
brown
Firebender.
characters, man?
Slumdog Firebender.
Bro, what the fuck is this, man? All right, this is like it could have been like a Spy Kids movie.
This is
Tell
the
us.
only Airbender I've ever seen.
What?
Wow.
Really?
Never seen the anime. Never seen the other one.
It's not an anime. It's actually Nickelodeon.
Oh, whatever.
I haven't seen
Sorry,
any of them
Gooch.
either.
Yeah, me either.
Like, not even
Professor
this one.
Gooch of animation. Sorry, over there.
Man,
I'll
look,
just-
I can't defend this, man. I can't talk about this, Zach. What you want to say? You brought this up. You like this movie?
I've never seen it.
Who are you?
My name is AJ.
By the way, y'all in the chat calling me out to kick me off. I've seen it. I didn't say it was good. All right. I've just seen this version of what is this? Avatar?
Man, boot this man. Boot
tell us about
that.
it, AJ. Tell us about this
I-
movie
this is
and
a
why it's so
movie, bro.
good.
Fuck
Why
this
do you
movie.
love it so much that you begged me to put this on the show
I
tonight?
saw this movie once. I pushed it out of my brain, man. It's compartmentalized. Is that what it's called?
Yes.
You pushed it out of your brain and right over to me to say, please, please, please,
Is this
Zach.
movie better or worse than the Netflix version of it?
Oh, good
This
question.
is oh man, they both had the same amount of like good and bad. I think
Interesting, because I think this is
It was
complete
good.
dog shit. But
if you
it was
had to,
good.
if you had to watch any one of them, I would say Netflix. But I mean the cartoon, like, come on now, just do that. But anyway, man, that shit's terrible.
it's
But
too kiddish for me. No thank you.
oh, it's sure. If you watch cartoons, though, if you appreciate some cartoons, I think you should add it, you know what I'm saying, just to the memory bank. I think, for people who have children, they should definitely watch it. It deals with a lot of important themes. It's like I complain about our cartoons not having like those young heroes, like being called to do something or just getting hyped to kick villain ass, you know what I'm saying, just doing good. It does that. Is definitely anime inspired. But I think it did it before it became the thing, like fucking Netflix animation that you will see nowadays. So it had its own style, kind of like Boondocks, how that was something else that was like, okay, we're influenced by a traditional animation and we just want to incorporate that. So I see it as more as like a respect for the art form as opposed to, again, a lot of the shit that we're seeing. Zuko, so this was my villain. Because the way Zach sent the prompt, I mean, yeah, you did say villain, but then you also said twist, and I kind of got hung up on that whole
Could
twist
be any
part.
of that stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, me too. I've been throwing that out there.
Yeah, but so Zuko was all right. You got the four nations: fire, air, earth, and the water tribes, the water nations, and basically they're at a war right now. And Zuko, the fire nation is winning. They fucking everybody else. They taking shit over. They colonizing everybody. Real shit's happening, and the Avatar has come back, and he has to put a stop to the war. Zuko is on the
isn't
quest.
this for children? Isn't this for children?
Yeah, there's a lot of morals to it. It teaches kids
Okay.
morals,
Okay.
and the
Is it for
Nickelodeon.
children?
Yeah, there's 2 seasons. It's actually really, really good.
It appeals to all age groups, all ages.
I thought it was like Naruto, where it's more kiddish, like
Naruto appeals to all ages. Come on, Nadia, what are you doing? You're digging yourself in a sand pit right now.
What?
Sorry.
Zuko has a. So what? Tell me about this arc. What kind of arc does he have, and why is Azula better?
Azula is way better. She's better as a villain for sure. Zuko because his redemption, man. He's fighting. Man, Iroh even has that. When he, what is this, bro? This all right. You throwing me off. But Iroh asks him like, man, are you doing this for yourself or for somebody else? Like, is this truly what you want to hunt down this dude? And man, I can't look at the screen right. Zach, you a fucking villain, bro.
It's like looking into a mirror, right?
It's crazy. But yeah, so this dude, Zuko, is the son of the evil Chinese dictator. I can say that.
Chinese dictator?
Yeah, basically. So he's going to fight to kill the Avatar, to take the Avatar and bring him back, because the Avatar is going to stop their plans. And just along the way, he ends up siding with the Avatar and saying his dad was on some real fuck shit. You know what I'm saying? Messing lives up. It wasn't truly what he wanted and what the world wanted. You know, the spirit world and all that. What his uncle wanted. So he allied with the Avatar and helped to overthrow his father. And I'm not going to spoil it. Anyway.
Well, he's trying to. He wants to fill his father's shoes, and he wants to impress his father and get his attention and his approval, and he never gets it. His father's always disappointed in him, and it kind of shows like some abuse there, because the dad is on a mission, and that's all he cares about. That's all he focuses on. He doesn't care about his own child. And he comes to a realization like he's never going to be accepted by his father, and so he follows his own path.
Do you know this guy, AJ?
Does that help, AJ? I don't know. Am I right there?
That was dope. I wasn't trying to give too much away, but I mean, you really didn't. But yeah, a lot of that shit's important, like the burn on his face. Not this guy, but on Zuko's face, like you was talking about the abuse. Yeah, like his dad kind of being dismissive of him. I mean, he did like Azula, but Azula was like what he wanted. He saw use for Azula as opposed to.
Well, I didn't want to give it away, Shield Wall. Like I didn't want a spoiler. Like,
oh, me? You calling me Shield Wall? Oh, okay, man, look up.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, the face scar. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, look, man, just watch it. It's still dope.
Is it switching sides? The face scar? Or is it always on that side?
No, it doesn't switch sides.
Okay. I couldn't see it as clearly with this guy, so I thought it might be the other eye. This version of the character.
Interesting.
Yeah. I don't know. What is that move they're doing, AJ?
What is that move? Man, they're fire bending, so every nation has access, or some individuals can manipulate that element. So that's what they're doing. He's a firebender.
Nice.
And the Avatar is the individual who has all of the bending powers, and they're supposed to keep peace, keep balance amongst the nations, and between the human and the spirit worlds.
Sounds pretty gay.
Nah, bro, I'm not looking. I can't look at these dudes. You saying the show is gay, Nadia?
It sounds.
Oh, just watch it. Come on now.
I don't have time, AJ. I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't have time.
Avatar is some shit that you can put on in the background, and you will find yourself sitting down watching it.
It's good.
AJ, have you ever dressed up like this character?
No, but it's not off the table.
Dude, do it, please.
Yeah. But all of my dogs are named after Avatar characters, so.
Oh wow.
Oh,
I'm gonna be something.
Okay.
Just curious because you mentioned Chinese and now you're mentioning dogs. I just kind of like put.
He did say he would eat his dogs.
I never said that. I never said that. Do not lie. Do not misquote me. Yes, I said I would eat a stray useless dog during the apocalypse. Oh man!
Now I gotta be useless.
Come on.
Useless.
There's no dogs that are useless.
Oh my goodness! The only purpose they would serve is to bark, to help alarm. Other than that, if you ain't trying to fight, if you ain't trying to take down no shit, you ain't trying to defend. If you ain't sniffing out no good plants and berries and roots and shit to eat, then you useless. If you're a service animal, Nadia,
why are you looking at me?
My dog is a service
animal.
AJ, I just want you to know we just adopted a rescue dog from up north.
Oh, what kind?
Nice, yeah. What kind?
She's a mix of like husky with a
I know
couple
where
other
he's
things.
going. Would it be coyote?
No,
Coyote?
no, it's not Coyote Ugly. But now that you mention it,
So, okay, yeah, since we got you here, I'll get your take. You're an Australian, and things are different down under. If you were a dog trainer as a business, if that was your profession, and you wanted to get more people to trust you with their animals, would you decide to be very clear on your policy towards eating dogs?
Absolutely, that would be the most crucial aspect, is to ensure that they know I'm not going to be eating their pets.
Right. Me too. And I thought, like, we pushed AJ hard on that for hours.
No. You said, would you be clear? I was clear on my stance.
Yeah, you're okay with eating dogs as long as they're, what was you're saying, slow?
No. You tell me. What did I say? I was clear.
You tell me
You're
what you
repeating
said.
it.
You said, you said dogs are the same as chickens. That's what the thing you said, because you could train a
Yes.
chicken just like a dog. That's what you said. So why can't dogs be chickens? That's your argument.
I'm the Abomination. Gooch is diabolical. You need a fucked up name, Zax.
How about the honest
Stop
one,
it.
AJ?
Stop it, man.
I'm
Stop
trying
it.
to tell you.
I don't know what to do right now, bro.
I wanted to help him out because there's a big channel that did a whole thing about how it should be fine to eat dogs, and it's racist if you don't eat dogs. And so I said, AJ, you're black. You have a dog. You train dogs. Come out and say, you know what? As a person of color who trains dogs, I'm telling you, they're not the same as chickens. And then defend. I won't eat your pets. And then this is well before Donald Trump came out and said it called out the pet eaters.
What type of barbarian am I to just devour a dog that somebody entrusted me with?
That's what I'm asking you.
I'm a little more civilized than that. I feel like who was it? Rick James, who's like, come on now, I got more sense to just grind my feet into somebody's couch.
Right before saying "fuck your couch" and doing it.
Yeah, I remember grinding my feet.
AJ, do you eat dogs? It's gonna be a yes from me, dog.
It's gonna be a sometimes
So
for me,
weird.
dog.
It was so weird.
It depends, man. Stop it.
I gotta clip that one up for you.
That's okay. During the apocalypse, while y'all shrivel
saying.
away because you ran out of groceries,
We weren't talking apocalypse.
I'll
We're
be
talking about, like,
fucking up some animals
day to
out there
day.
roaming.
I'm not letting you train my dogs.
No.
They're gonna come back a leg missing or something. No
I'm
thank
Wolf James, bitch.
I'm
AJ, stop.
I'm
You
a
keep making it
civilized
worse.
beast. I understand that there's a whole law and judicial system and rules for me to abide by. I'm not just eating dogs, bro. Why do y'all give me that? Why can't I be fucking wolf mode?
Fuck, I
Take
tried
y'all
to-
dogs to the forest. We running through. We fucking shit up out there. You know what I'm saying? They tapping into their wild instincts all day. Why I can't be that? Why I can't be doing that with the dogs?
AJ,
Why
I have
am
a question.
chewing
Are you
on
sure
some
you're black? Because the
animal?
way you talk about this stuff is definitely a white dude. Like, are you sure?
I would say a native man before a white dude.
Some white nerd with a wolf t-shirt's like, I want to run with a pack.
You got to, man. You got to feel the earth beneath your feet.
Yep, touch grass.
I don't
There
think
you
I've
go.
ever met another black man who talks like that, but
I think
kudos
that's
for
a
you,
good
to you,
thing.
AJ. Kudos to you to be your own person.
That's right.
Yep.
We love you for who you are. Just don't touch my dog. That's it.
Bro, your dog is going to want to come to me and leave you. It's gonna be like, I got to be a part of the pariah pack. It's dope over here. Cool ass dogs. I ended up with 2 dogs that I didn't want, but all of my dogs that I chose,
How did they taste?
not eating them dogs, man. But the little Chihuahua and the Pit Bull, I don't like those breeds, so I ended up with them. But all of my dogs that y'all see, for the most part, like, I chose them. There was something about them. I was like, I can use that.
I think the chat's not on your side on this one, AJ.
That's fine. The chat somehow was above eating dogs, but under the right circumstance. All right, look, man, don't survive then.
Why do you? Okay. You don't have to jump to that circumstance.
That's the only circumstance where I'm gonna eat a dog. Am I the villain? Is this what
You're
the
the
stream is
villain.
about? I'm the
You
villain.
are the
The
villain.
big reveal, the big twist.
Word of the bird is
It was
revealed.
him all along.
So you have 6 dogs, right, AJ?
Yeah, 7.
7 dogs. Which one would you
Black
eat
cat,
first?
black cat. So
I'm not eating my fucking dogs, bro. We're roaming the streets and we're eating everybody else's dogs.
Yes.
I love that.
Oh, Squeeka. We haven't talked about your. I got your guy ready. Can you talk about him before you go?
Sure, if you want me to.
Okay. Yes, I do. We will. You just saved AJ from like another half an hour of this stuff, so he better appreciate that.
I'm sure this is for years to come. I just got to get my story straight.
We can come back to it. Don't worry. All right. So you brought up an interesting one, I thought, and it's batter's not included. And I'll get the picture up here.
Well, but this doesn't fit your definition. I was totally thinking a different definition.
This guy seems awesome. Carlos, I think his name is.
Yeah.
That's a guess. He looks like a Carlos.
It is Carlos. It is.
Wow. There you go. Tell us about this.
So I thought you meant like a guy that was a bad guy, like was a villain that became a good guy. That's what I thought.
That's in there too. Yeah.
So yeah, he was a total villain. Like he was one of the thugs that goes in and roughs up the place and breaks stuff and keeps yelling at the old lady. And then the next thing you know, he's part of the fam.
What's the movie about?
What's the movie about? Oh, it's about this dilapidated, like, I don't know what they call it. Brownstone, I guess is the name for it. That has a diner at the bottom, in New York or something. They're doing development all around, and they're trying to buy this place out from under these two old people. And there's all kinds of like very strange characters as tenants, and like a pregnant lady and an artist guy, and the old couple and the maintenance people. But they try to hold on to this, and this guy Carlos comes in, and he's smashing up the joint. Yeah, those people are trying to buy it, smashing up the joint and trying to get them to move out and buy them off, and messes it up. I think tries to set fire to it, if I remember right. It's been a hot minute.
Yeah.
But then these little robot aliens come in, and it's a little family, and they have the robot babies, and they kind of turn the place around, and they actually scare the bejesus out of the Carlos dude, and that kind of is what converts him, and then they all come together and save the little brownstone. It's pretty much it.
So he has an arc, and he saves the building.
Yeah, he helps. Well, and he even gets defensive. Like some other ruffians come and try to do stuff, and he fights them off actually. And yeah,
are they aliens?
The robot alien.
Yeah. Thanks for coming on. What's going on with you?
That wasn't my favorite villain. My favorite villain was the two musicians from Kung Fu Hustle. That was my favorite villain.
Tell me about them.
Yeah, that's sick.
With the two musicians, they hire these two musicians, and oh my gosh, the name of the instrument escapes me, but it's the like the lap harp kind of thing. It starts with a G. I can't remember. But they're just the epitome trope of they've got the heavy robes, their fingernails are long, and they look scary, and they take out three of the kung fu masters in this little village. One of them just like seamlessly, and they're eventually defeated, of course, but it just the ambiance of them, it is very scary when they come on scene. I liked it. They're my favorites. That's it. Yeah, these guys.
That's them. Okay.
Yeah, and then when they play the instrument, they've got like the evil crooked fingers, and yeah.
Oh, they look. And I haven't seen that movie forever, so I saw it I think when it first came out. I haven't watched it since, so it's like a very, very ancient memory. What about anyone else seen Kung Fu Hustle? Gooch, I know you've seen it. Tell me about this movie.
Basically a little town outside of the city. The two people that pretty much run the town, they have a child. I think he's their child, right? And I can't remember. But he finds a book, and he wants to become this great kung fu warrior by the what was it, that open palm strike, the strike of God or whatever, or heavens, or I can't
the Buddha palm.
And then so he comes to this town because he's escaping the gangs. Because I can't remember what he did with the gangs, but they're chasing him down, and they come to this town here, and it's just like it's hilarious. Like a lot of the animation, like the special effects and everything, and it's great. Like the old lady running after him, and it's top notch, in my opinion.
It's a great movie. I just ain't seen it in forever.
Yeah, I mean, Shaolin Soccer sticks out too.
I think he was their child, was he not? Like I know Scott's saying we didn't find out their child, but we're kind of assuming he was their child. Like
I think they kind of adopt him at the end. I don't know if it's ever told that he's for sure their kid, but I'm pretty sure. I think they kind of bring him into the fold. But yeah, they're just silly, spooky guys. I mean, they're just my favorite.
Yeah, they were hired by the gang, one of the head gang members, to take out some of the, like Squeeka said, kung fu masters.
How many times have you watched this movie?
Do I have to say that?
Yes. You can lie.
I watch it probably, I don't know, several times a year. Just when it's one of those movies that if it's like been a rough while, I just pop it in, and I mean it's funny. Yeah.
Niyat, have you seen this?
I feel like I saw this when I was 14, so it's been quite some time. But I remember it being funny. I thought the action was cool, and yeah, a lot of the practical effects were pretty neat. But I don't remember it very well.
What pisses you off, Jana? Want to hear that?
I agree with Jana. Lopan from Big Trouble in Little China. I should have said that one because I love that movie too.
And shout out to Dildo, he's calling out Holy Fook, who's also quite a villain. He's been on the show actually.
Holy Fook was a victim.
Yeah.
Was he a pilot though?
The pilot in that horrible...
KTVU has just learned the names of the 4 pilots who were on board the flight. They are Captain Sum Ting Wong, Wee Tu Lo, Ho Lee Fook, and Bang Ding Ao.
I like the last guy the best.
I mean, what's the context, man? Was it an unfortunate incident, or did they plan this?
Oh my goodness.
You're thinking too deep into this, man.
Yeah.
Oh my God, Jay, that's a good one.
Oh, I'm saying we can't call them villains.
Oh, there you go. So they're not villains. They don't count. Hey, Joe. Okay, Squeeka, you got to go.
Yes.
Thank you very much for joining us.
Thanks for having me.
What's going on with you? That anyone can find you anywhere?
Right now I mostly just kind of hang out on Pops's on Tuesdays. I think we're doing Shaun of the Dead Tuesday.
Oh, nice.
Great movie.
I think I haven't seen it before, so I'm excited.
Oh, you're gonna have fun.
I know, right? That's like the line. I haven't seen it before, but yeah. So I think that's why Pops has me on, because I haven't seen 99% of the things they do.
I've seen Shaun.
One of my favorite.
And white people love when us blacks react to stuff. That's what I hear.
I'm not black, yo.
No, that's what you said.
I'm a freaking marshmallow. Jesus.
I don't know what's happening. I've been told you're black. I believe you're black.
I'm not. Okay. My heart, my soul might be, but
Okay.
AJ, your blade arrow is broken. So
Pixar, it didn't happen.
No.
You've blown it.
You missed it. I was on. You could have seen my face on Zach's birthday stream, but that was it.
You could have.
Earlier today?
No, when it was his birthday.
It's not my birthday
Oh,
today.
Zach's. Okay, Zach's. Zach.
Yeah.
Easy mistake. Well, thank you, Squeeka.
But thanks for having me. Sorry, I have to go. I'm standing. I have a standing desk, and I've almost fallen asleep standing up twice now.
Let's not do that.
Don't do
Not
that.
y'all are boring.
But go check out Pops'
we're
channel. And
boring.
Shaun of the Dead is one of my favorites. It's a top zombie movie and a great comedy. It's got both.
Funny.
Yeah.
It is really good.
Nice seeing you.
Excited.
Nice seeing you, Squeeka.
But thanks, guys. It was great to hang with y'all again. Thanks, Zax, for having me on.
Great to see
Y'all
you,
have a
Squeeka.
great night.
Peace, my black sister. Go fight the
Good
power.
night, Squeeka.
See you,
Good night,
Squeaka.
y'all.
Nice to meet you.
I got one here from the Gooch. Here we go.
I'm gonna cut you into 50 pieces and mail you to every state. I'm gonna take your intestines and... I don't know why I put up with all this crap.
Oh,
I just want to call
clown.
bullshit because that's a literal demon. So of course it's a villain.
What?
Man, get out of here. 1 + 2 = 3. You know.
AJ. He's a great villain, the Violator.
Yeah, the clown. Yeah, for Spawn Comics and from the movie. John Leguizamo did an incredible job as him. Love it. Also, Billy Kincaid. Part
Yes,
of that.
the child murderer. Yep.
Yes. Yeah. And they have the new series, the new comic book series of the Violator out right now. So,
Well, is his own book now?
Well, Spawn 3, since Spawn 350, Brett Booth has taken over the art for it, and it's just incredible. And there's a Violator series that just came out. I think they're on issue 3 now, but it's awesome. So yeah, McFarlane, he is a legend, and yeah, one of my favorite villains out there.
Very effective villain. Johnny Legs did a good job with that one too.
If we're talking about twists, like I did send Light from Death Note just to bug Nadia.
Oh, all right.
Tell me about that one, then. I don't know. I'm not familiar with Death Note.
Well, Light, yes, Light Yagami is a kid. He's a very, very high intelligent kid, and he comes across a notebook, and he grabs it, and it's called the Death Note. Every time you write a name in it, someone will die, and so he decides to wipe out everybody that was cruel in the world, like prisoners and people, like other people that like in prison and just awful people. As he's doing this, he doesn't want to reveal anything about himself because they're trying to figure out why these people are dying out of nowhere. And then he becomes mad with power, and he starts just killing everybody, and anyone that gets even remotely close to guessing that he's the killer, he takes him out. So it's a great anime. You also have K, and there's a cat and mouse game in there that they're constantly playing chess against each other, and it's done extremely well. So one of my favorite.
I like that. I thought that like a million years ago, and I'm like, this is a really cool story.
Yeah.
What version would you suggest people read or watch?
I would read it because it's a great read, but the anime is really good as well. The movie, do not watch the movie.
Yeah, don't. And there was like a show, wasn't there? Like a live action thing.
What do you mean? Don't watch the movie? Why not?
Because it's it's nothing to do with the book or the anime. It's just like some mishmashed story that does not make any sense, and all the characters are all race swapped, and different characters are gender swapped, and it's all over the place. Do not watch the movie.
I get what you're saying, but I think as far as I guess to introduce somebody to it, because I grew up watching Spawn. Like I loved Spawn, but I never took the movie as like gospel or something. But it at least makes you aware of, oh shit, there's a comic, like there's a cartoon.
He's talking about the Death Note.
You're talking about Death
Note. Oh my bad. Oh shit. Okay.
Yeah, Spawn the movie was fun for its time, but the CG was terrible.
Yeah.
But,
yeah. My bad. Forget I said anything, man. You can smack me.
No. That's all right. It's all good. I got you, AJ.
Okay, I'm going to look up this Light person.
Yeah, Light Yagami.
I couldn't get into Death Note though, but I'm not a mystery guy.
AJ's more of a. He really likes his live action reboots of things. That's what he mostly does. So
I still have
this one.
Yes, yeah.
Yeah.
Niyat, did you read these ones?
No, I haven't. Well, actually, I think I've read like a few issues of the manga, but I haven't like gotten really into it and haven't seen the anime.
I think you would like it. It's a psychological thriller. It gets really deep, and it's fantastic. I love it.
Yeah, I haven't. I've heard people always talk about it, but would you say that for someone like AJ, he should watch the live action movie?
No, do not watch the movie. The movie.
I actually saw
terrible.
it.
Oh, did you?
It was terrible from what I saw.
Yeah.
Getting to pull up here. So this is what is next? All right, here's a go. This is next. Next up.
God damn it, an entire generation pumping gas, waiting tables, slaves with white collars. Advertising has us chasing cars and clothes, working jobs we hate so we can buy shit we don't need.
Tyler.
Oh man, I love this
Tyler
book. This is my
Durden.
choice because
Yep. Lady B.
it kind of fits because like, well, I like AJ. Thought we are talking about twists.
You guys can talk about whatever you want. I'm just trying to give like a
It's kind of both actually.
Yeah. Tell me about Tyler Durden.
Okay, well, actually, there's two people going on. If like I love like Fight Club is one of my favorite books, and it's also one of my favorite movies. And I can't say it's a great adaptation because like the end is totally different, and it actually says if this was a movie, like this would this would happen, and he just kills himself at the end. But yeah. Anyway, so you start off with like,
spoiler.
the narrator, and he never has a name in the book or the movie, and he's like coming back from a business trip. He meets Tyler Durden on a plane, and he comes home and finds out that his apartment's been bombed out. And then Tyler says, hey, come live with me. And I think it's a really interesting story because it's really about like freedom and anarchy and just white men breaking out of this sort of like corporate world and materialism and stuff. And this was like written in the like early 2000s too. And like the big twist is that you think that Tyler is a different person, but he's actually like the narrator's like schizophrenic alter ego. And there, as you read the book, like it's easier to like find little tiny things, but I think the author does a really good job of hiding that the narrator is Tyler. And yeah, the book was written by Chuck Palahniuk. If you're interested in reading it, it's not very long. I do like it. I should read it again.
I have that book. I've read it. I've read most of his stuff. I like Haunted. Yeah. Haunted is the other one. Choke.
Yeah, it's really good. Yeah, Choke. Like, hello. What was the other one?
Are they not supposed to be doing a sequel to this? I thought they
Yeah, there was a sequel. Like, it's like a comic book or something, and it just sounds hideous. I'm like, hell no. But like, yeah, and yeah, it's great. Like, there's so many cool things in the movie that were like just perfectly visualized, like from the book. And I just thought it was really cool. And it is cool because it's like, I feel like it makes an argument for anarchy and freedom, that it's like, it's sort of like, they go out and they're just doing what they want to do and kind of separating from like the cultural like aspirations of white males. And then like Tyler starts organizing stuff. So it's like they can't, like the anarchy ideas can't exist in a group because it becomes like this sort of like bad like organizational thing. And it's like he has like the space monkeys and stuff and Bob with bitch tits, and it's just like it goes way out of control. And it finally like, hey, we're gonna blow up all the banks and credit card companies, and the narrator's like, no, we can't do this, has gone too far. And yeah, and then he figures out, okay, Tyler's me and I'm Tyler. And that's kind of interesting watching him figure that out. And then he's like, how do I kill Tyler? And he's like, okay, I'm just going to put this gun in my mouth and pull the trigger. And in the book, he actually says like, oh, if this was a movie, like I shoot myself and be fine. But in the book, he dies. It's like, yeah, so I really like this book. And it's sort of like, yeah, he does kind of turn, because like you think Tyler is like this really cool guy, and he does kind of turn into somebody that's like more despotic and crazy. And then you also have the twist of him like you don't know if they're the same person or not, and then realizing that they are. And yeah, it's just fun. It's this very like early 2000 kind of like wouldn't say dystopia, but it's sort of like an edgy vibe movie.
I think it was 1999 is when
Oh yeah.
it came out. So
Brad Pitt is hot as fuck, and then you have like Jared Leto too. He gets like beat the shit.
He does.
Yeah.
Destroy something beautiful.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's so great. There's so many great lines in it too, and it's like I just really like it.
It was a surprise hit from like in terms of like, I know it didn't make money initially, but like it became like a cultural sensation.
Yeah.
And I don't know if the author is he a fan of the movie?
I don't know actually. I've never heard him talk about it.
Yeah, I've heard him interviewed once, and he didn't seem to want to talk about the book or the movie. He wanted to talk about something else, but yeah, I'm not sure. Gooch, you know Fight Club.
I was born in the Fight Club.
You live Fight Club.
Yes. But I do have to get going. Okay. You guys have a great stream. Have fun. There is no stream tomorrow night, so sorry to love you and leave you, but that's what Gooch does.
Hey, Gooch. Thanks for coming.
Catch you later, Gucci.
Yeah.
Bye,
Take care,
Gooch.
guys.
Thanks,
have a good
Gooch.
night.
Good night.
Peace.
Yeah, you're a Fight Club man?
Yeah, this film is quite influential. We had a fight club at our high school, and the boys would
really.
Wow, that is so cool.
And it was like an initiation into manhood of sorts, because you had no idea who you'd be fighting, and sometimes like a really scrawny kid would be up against like the massive, like big fat guy, and it was insane. But 2 months in, the school caught on to the fact that all the guys had bruises and cuts on their faces, and Fight Club was shut down. But we didn't break the first rule of Fight Club.
That's good.
Nobody talked about it.
You know, Jay, I dislike Jay, but he has a good point in the chat. Go up, go up. Why the hell everyone admitting to being in the Fight Club? You broke the first rule.
Yeah.
Yeah,
we're not admitting to
broke the rule now. I covered the movie and I went all out. Like I was in camera. I had bruises on my face, just recreating that high school memory. But I love the duality of the narrator and Tyler Durden. They're two sides of the same person. We get a lot of the narrator at the start. He's very passive. He's constrained by societal expectations. He's longing for change, but he can't act. And that's where Tyler comes in. He's everything the narrator wishes he could be. He's free, powerful, daring, and I guess living without fear or restraint. And but as Tyler grows more influential, instead of being a force of liberation, he becomes a force of destruction, or at least he does in the film. I haven't read the book, so I'm not sure if it's the same.
Too. It's pretty much the same. But I thought it was a pretty good adaptation, except for the end.
Brilliant.
Yeah.
Anyone else have a Fight Club? No.
Read the book. It's great.
Yeah, it's just.
Have you seen the film, Nadia?
Yep, I've seen the film. I like that author. Yeah, I liked the film. I love the books. I pretty much have read mostly everything he's put out. Probably not the last one, but yeah.
Have you read the one? It's called like "Hello Satan, It's Me" something or other. I can't remember the title of it. That one is hilarious. About the like child star that like dies because she gets choked out. I
think I have
it's so funny. Like, it is a great book. I wish that's one they do as like an animated cartoon like movie. It's hilarious.
So I wasn't in the Fight Club, but I mean, even if I did, I wouldn't say anything about it. Because that's the first rule.
You'd fight dogs, AJ. Just admit it.
Not at all. No. Why would we waste that strength on each other when we gotta say that for the enemy? Anyway, we used to go 10. We used to go 10 seconds in the restroom. Did y'all do that? Is that a
10 seconds in the restroom?
It's called 10 seconds, and basically you and somebody else just
is it for like whatever 7 minutes in heaven?
It's 10 seconds of y'all fighting, so it's hell in a cell.
Nadia, you got to get out of here.
Yeah, unfortunately, I do, guys. I'm sorry.
It's all right. We're gonna. I'll show off the monsters from while you're gone.
Okay.
But be covering that with you on Friday.
Yes. I too am off streams tomorrow. I'm going to go see Smile 2, and should be a review out for that. But
there's a second one out already.
Yep. After that, I got like 7 streams left to do between now and Monday. Yeah, now and Monday. So
Nothing.
pray for me, guys.
Yeah. It's
Take care, Nadia. Don't
Yeah.
like do too much.
No, I love it. I love it. I love y'all. I might be overdoing, but I love y'all. I like talking about movies, so I got no life. All right. Have a good night, everybody.
Yeah, and so all of our stuff is in the description, so please go subscribe to both of our channels. And yeah,
Hold on.
thanks,
Faces of
Nadia.
Horror. Let me put.
Oh yes, put that in
the
there,
chat,
please.
Too.
Nadia, before you go, I don't want to make you jealous, but my girlfriend doesn't like horror movies, but she booked an advanced screening for me this evening with a Q&A with the director. So looking forward to that.
Of Scream 2? Oh, that's good.
Of
Smile 2?
Yeah. The director's going to be there.
Nice.
So
That's awesome.
I would one up you yet, but I don't have. I do have confirmation, but I don't want to share it yet. I'll tell you later. I'll tell you later.
Okay,
I'll tell you
okay,
later. Okay. But all right. Have a good night, guys. Bye.
Good night.
see you, Nadia.
See you, Nadia. Joe's Atmosphere missed Boat on Fight Club. Turn it off because he treated the girl like shit. Didn't see the big reveal. Got to rewatch it one day. Yeah, you've never. Joe, I can't believe you've never watched it in between, because it's such a classic in the zeitgeist and pop culture. But definitely go give it a watch. I mean, yeah, I guess he's a jerk to a girl, but thank you for your $4.99. It's definitely worth sitting through that and getting through to the end. Do you think that now it would have any impact whatsoever if it came out now?
No, I feel like kids are a bit like too weak now. That I don't think they'd be able to stomach it. It wouldn't have the same cultural phenomenon.
It would
that
be
did
like
back then.
white male rage. Like that would
Yeah.
just come
Oh, could you
out.
imagine the articles?
Oh my god. It would be like white supremacy, MAGA crap, like all sorts of dumb,
Exactly.
stupid, and like but it's kind of exactly the point of the movie is that like men don't have any way to prove themselves and that like they have such little worth that they're just cogs in this giant machine. And I think I wrote a like really interesting paper, and when I was in college, it was like last year there, and I compared this like Death of a Salesman and what was the other movie? American Beauty, and how it was sort of this like male, like the lost plight of the white male. You know, he's lost, and they're all the sort of stories about guys breaking free out of societal norms and how the sort of different themes in the 3 different works kind of play together.
Absolutely. They all sort of embody the finding hope in a sea of helplessness.
Yeah. And like the sort of empowerment from like freedom of just like walking away from expectations and stuff. It was a fun paper.
You should
Really?
publish it.
I don't know where it went. Like it was like 2004. Been a minute since I was in college.
But I agree, this wouldn't have the same impact, and it's too bad because it's something that like men, boys do need to challenge themselves, and you can't test yourself with all these safe spaces. And I don't mean that like, you know, people should be subjected to whatever they were before. But for me growing up, it was like people fought every day, and like we would legitimately meet behind the 7-Eleven by the bike racks, and there would be at least one fight after school. And that was even in high school. And at elementary school and junior high, it was like at lunch or at recess, people would fight. And we all kind of got along after. So you learn not only how to like, you know, take a punch, but also give a punch and then, you know, be cool with the person after. And this whole generation is missing a ton of that. And I think this movie, when it came out, made me think back to that, and that I'm glad I did go through that stuff. And we need to bring back bullying just a little bit. Like,
Yeah,
you know, there's
absolutely.
levels, but really a lot of bullying is mentoring. And if somebody's wandering off the path, they might get lost and they might get hurt. So you might want to, you know, encourage them to stay on this path with you. But now it's really, there's these kids, a lot of these kids are lost.
Yeah, I mean, you gotta like, it's like the loss of like kind of like coming of age rituals, and it's like, how do you prove you're a man? And it's sort of like that's sort of the opening thing. It's like he's like, if you could fight someone, who would you fight? He's like,
Yeah.
like William Shatner.
Well, you would fight William Shatner?
No, that's what they said in the
Oh.
movie. It's like William Shatner, Mother Teresa.
Yeah, but when you feel, and there's degrees to bullying. I don't think people should be,
Yeah.
you beaten to a pulp or anything like that. But there's at my kid's school, he's 20 now, but he was in high school. This is like recently. They had a fight at school. There's never fights at school. And not only was it like such a big deal that we got notified about it, but also the kids were all warned that if any pictures or video should be released about it, that those kids would be expelled. And whether or not they could do that, I don't know. But that was the threat given to the kids. So they were, not only could you not fight, but people couldn't find out that there was a fight at your school. And really, it's just a thing that used to happen.
Yeah, there used to be so many fights. I don't know. I lived in a different time in a different area, and there'd be like fights or like somebody brings a knife to school. Like,
yes, thanks, Jenna. I wished. I don't wish I was 9 when he was born. No, I don't wish that part. But AJ, you grew up on the mean streets of Memphis.
What's up? That's why we had 10 seconds. We didn't have a fight club, man. I'm not gonna say my folks can afford to put me in like no combat sports or stuff like that growing up. They just, I don't know, didn't want me to. Guess didn't see a need for it. So yeah, that was my only like physical outlet to be fighting somebody. And my brothers and cousins at home, so
Did you fight 10 seconds in the bathroom?
Yeah. It was just a thing that we did, man. And again, it wasn't on like no malicious, beefs were settled there, sure. But it was just like something for us just being fucking teenage boys.
Do you guys remember the Fight Club diet that every high schooler was trying to copy, or was that just in Australia? Because
no, I remember hearing about that.
I've never heard of it. I never knew another person who had seen Fight Club growing up. So
that's funny. I know. I started researching.
What was the diet?
I think to get into shape, Brad Pitt was working out like 2 or 3 times a day, 45 minutes each session. But he was also like eating chicken, rice, a lot of meat. It was a very like paleo diet. High in protein, and he was just shredding. And yeah, we all did that for a couple of months and realized it was unattainable.
It is. It's wild.
It helps when it's your job.
Yes.
And you're Brad Pitt to begin with. That also probably helps.
Exactly.
But he in this role, I thought it may seem minor, but he's very fit, strong, but he's still lean in this.
Yeah.
He's not overly bulky. Like in Troy, for example, where he was a bit bigger. Here you go. Let's get that up here. That's a bad picture, but later on in his career, he gets
a bad picture.
Well, it's a poor quality picture, I guess.
Oh my god, you guys want to hear my funny Brad Pitt story?
Yeah, please.
Okay, so oh my god, you've seen how I am. So it's like the first day of school, like at UCLA, and I made some friends with some guys in my dorm, and we see like Jay Leno like interviewing people, and I'm like, oh my god, I'm gonna get Jay Leno to sign my like folder or something. And so I go up there and ask for his autograph, and he's like, and he does, and he's like, hey, can I ask you some questions? And I'm like, sure. And so he was doing jaywalking all-stars, and I said something like, oh my god, this is so bad. Oh god, it's the Bill Clinton story too. Okay, so the story about when I met Bill Clinton when I was in high school, and he poked me in the eye. So the first thing I say to Jay Leno was like, yeah, I met Bill Clinton and he touched me. Of course, he just jumps on this. I just keep digging the hole deeper and deeper and deeper. So it was really funny, and that's how my beef with the stupid Olympic gymnast started. But that's another story. Anyway, I went on jaywalking all stars twice after that, and one of them was like it was one that was a presidential election, and it was like in focus group, and so I was like in the kind of setup for that. I wasn't super funny, but like I ended up going back for All Stars, and All Stars was like Jeopardy, and I'm like, this is so embarrassing. All I wanted to do was be on real Jeopardy, but I get like retard Jeopardy, and I was trying to be funny.
You got what? Retard Jeopardy?
Yeah, retard Jeopardy. I was just trying to be funny, and then the guest on the segment when it aired was Brad Pitt, and then he asked them who was your favorite of the Jaywalking All Stars, and he picked me.
Wow,
like
nice.
Yeah. So I was like, you know what? You're cool, Brad Pitt. I like you.
I mean, yeah, you should have hung around the studio, maybe.
No, he wasn't there though. Of course, when we
Oh.
taped it, because it was like, yeah, it's pretty cool, like experience, and like everyone on the show is super nice. And Jay Leno was a really nice guy too. He's very very cool.
Niyat, you may not know this, but we're trying to really pressure Lady B into writing a autobiography because her life is like over the top, hard to like. It's true. I've seen the proof. She did do these things, but she's a retired race car driver.
Yeah.
What?
That's me. Yeah, I
Yeah.
used to race cars. Like,
you have to write this book. This is insane.
oh
Yes.
my god, all the adventures. I feel like it needs to be like a comic book or something.
What was it you won?
I was the first woman in the U.S. to win a national rally race, and since the sport began in 1976, and that was in 2008.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
so it's
amazing.
fun. I've done Pikes Peak a couple of times. I had pretty decent sponsorships, and I was going to go on and become like a stunt driver, but then like 2008 happened, and the auto industry was hit really hard, along with other stuff. But like, you know, I just like I needed cash sponsorship really bad, and I was getting to the point where I could ask it, and then like they just pulled back all of the sponsorship and stuff, and yeah.
And she worked in Hollywood, and she was close
Yeah,
to getting
I
too
know.
close to Harvey.
Oh god, yeah, that was like it. Yeah, I liked working in the film industry, and I actually worked with somebody that was friends with Harvey Weinstein, which is awful. And I love telling stories. I'm very passionate about movies and stuff, but like, you know, I was there and I'm like realizing what a horrible position this is and how awful these people are. And I realized that the guy I was working for was grooming me, and I'm just like, that's it, I'm out. And then COVID happened, and yeah, that was a long time ago.
Yeah. So if you can help us peer pressure her, that would be fantastic.
Someday.
I'll take grilled cheese for 1,000, Danny. There you go. It's from the chat, and
Oh, thanks, you guys. I love you.
Boosh is very upset that we're not getting through enough
I'm
villains,
sorry.
and he's upset with me, and he did comment on it. But I
Oh,
love
you know what? I'm gonna drop some villains for my husband. Like, we thought of like weird villains that people wouldn't normally talk about, and we're like, Barbossa and Davy Jones from like Pirates of the Caribbean. Awesome character actors, awesome actors, just great characters design on Davy Jones. And then Will also wanted me to throw out the T-Rex from Jurassic Park.
Oh, that's a classic.
From
We've never thought of that one. That's a good one though.
I know. I was like,
first
damn.
one?
Yeah, the first one. I mean, the
an
Fast and
animal
Furious
can be a
X.
villain.
I mean, the
Oh.
T-Rex, dude.
AJ, tell us about training dinosaurs.
What about it? It's gonna be dope when it happens.
You think you could do it?
Yeah, me and many others.
I heard
Yeah,
that
you
as
saw
tell
that-
us about tranny dinosaurs. My bad.
Training.
I mean, either way, right? AJ?
No,
is-
not anyway. Don't put me in that.
Like
Is
when
Will-
Chris Pratt like gets the like velociraptors, that's so cute. It reminds me of my cats.
I love that scene.
It's so cute.
Um,
That could be us.
I have
Do
got.
you eat dogs?
I'm going to talk about the show From mostly because
yes.
I'm covering it with Nadia, and it's season 2 was not good. I'm not defending season 2. I wouldn't defend season 2, except for Harold Perrineau is very good in it consistently, and so he kind of kept me coming along with the show. So the monsters in this are interesting because they seem they're kind of like part vampire, maybe part zombie, and how they work. But it's an original idea, and I'll show a clip from that to give you an idea what they look like. Has anyone seen From other than me?
No.
Nah, man. People have been telling me to watch it.
It's good. It's the first season is really good. Actually, sorry, no. Before we go into this, I gotta get to. I'm sorry, I missed your super chat, Joe. I'll get to that. Here we go. Now, telling someone to do better, you're a bully. That's very true, and it's a real issue, and people don't know how to deal with conflict, and especially the kids that were in high school during COVID, like mine was. They didn't even see their peers, and this is Canada, right? So it was like almost 2 years they didn't have a regular classroom to go to, and so they don't even have that. Their high school was completely taken away from them, and it has an effect on the rest of the world too. But I think those kids are some of the ones that got it the worst because they don't know what they missed out on, but I do. And I'm gonna get this. This is gonna be for you. So I play this for it's our boy Campia, and he's telling you what you should do with your friends.
Where you can all stand around and jerk each other off while you tilt your head backs and go, woke, 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 woke. And then you can come on each other's faces and tell each other that come on your face cleanses you of wokeness. Whatever is going to get you off and make you feel good about yourself, come on your face.
God.
What a guy.
I don't really know, John. Is he a content creator as well?
Yes, he's a really bad content creator, and he used to be with Collider, and he's got like he has a channel that's relatively bigger. But his views are dying, and he's always angry at people who well. That whole video rant was because people didn't like the How to Train Your Dragon, the reswapping, and he's saying there's no he tries to compare it to hiring an actor who's shorter to hiring an actor who's a different culture completely, and that people who are used to that character being a part of a different culture might be upset by that.
Interesting.
Yeah, it's Pet Brett, thank you, gifted 5 memberships. Thank you very much, Pet Brett. I owe you. See, I'll get you something fun.
Well, I'm packing up my game and I'ma head out west where real women call me quick and script and fake press. Find a nest in the hills, chill like Flint, buy an old drop top, find a spot to pimp.
Thank you very much. Appreciate that. Yeah, so that's John Campia, and he's dying. He gets made fun of quite a bit because he has these horrible takes. And then what he does, he tries to get people taken down who disagree with him, and he deletes comments. He's one of those guys. So, but he used to have Chris Gore on all the time, and Robert Meyer Burnett. So it was a much better show. But he's since given them the kick, so they're gone, and they're onwards and upwards without him, and he's still there. But yeah, you're not missing anything with him.
Okay.
Hey, Race Red, good to see you. So this is this is one of the first scenes, so this is not a spoiler. This is kind of how it opens. And what's up? See you, Ego. What's up, dude? So this it gives you an idea what the monsters are like and how they work.
Megan? It's Grandma. Come to the window.
But I'm not supposed to.
It's not really here, Grandma. Spoiler.
Spoiler!
It's okay. I won't tell. It'll be our little secret.
Do you promise?
I promise. And I would never break a promise.
This is terrible.
So they're showing us this at this point. You don't understand what's happening, but that thing the mom put on the wall, it keeps the monsters out if all the doors and windows are closed. They can't enter a building with when it's touching with that symbol. It's their protection.
So they figured this out through the show.
Yeah, well, we learned this. This is just showing us before the rest of the show kicks in. Then they explain it later, but it is edge of the seat stuff. You're welcome, Dildo.
missed you so much.
Megan, what are you doing?
You don't look like my grandma.
She's not your grandma.
I'm so lonely.
Baby, please just...
Maybe I can come in.
Megan, no!
Smack that little girl.
That's like Let the Right One In. That's a crazy movie where there's like a twist. Oh my god, yeah.
True.
There's like this vampire and there's like a kid or something, and then like this old person, and like I think the old person dies or something like that, and you think, oh, this kid's like orphaned, and it's like the thing where it's like the vampire has to ask to be let in, and if you let it in, yeah.
Okay.
Wow,
Yeah.
that's crazy.
This has nothing to do with that, but have y'all seen this movie where it was like, I don't know, I don't want to say one of those low budget like scary movies, but it was a group of people and they kind of like wandered into this town. They was traveling and the town was kind of like old. Then they ended up like killing the kids. But then somebody escaped on a motorcycle. But then, do y'all know what I'm talking about?
No.
It was a ghost town.
Okay.
Okay, anyway.
No, I don't. Go on. I don't know the whole.
That's it, man. It was just a good movie. Like, I'm not really into the horror stuff.
Yeah,
but yeah. That was it was a good movie. That's all. Just came to my mind.
So from the situation is people who it's a small town, very isolated, and people get pulled into it. You don't know why, but they're always you know you're going to be stuck there when you're driving, and you've come across a fallen tree. And then no matter what direction you go in, you end up back at that town and you end up in a loop and you can't leave. And at nighttime, the monsters come out and they look like regular people, except for a lot of them have like a 50s vibe. And they don't ever explain why. A lot of the time they're just out there to, they don't try to kill people right away. They will if they can, but it's a lot of psychological warfare with them. And they're trying, for whatever reason, they're trying to get the people of the town to turn on each other or lose someone they love. Right now, it's season 3. Season 2 is not very good. Season 1 is very good. I tried to find a picture of them with you can actually see what the monsters look like in there, and it's so dark, but that's all I can find. So they're like, you got the cowboy nurse. There's a milkman who's off screen. This is the mechanic, got like a little cheerleader. So they all come look like they're maybe walked out of the 50s or 60s. They come out at night and you can't really kill them. We don't know for sure why or what would work, but so far nothing has worked to stop them. They come out at night and people want to leave and they can't. And it's very much a mystery box style show. So if you don't like that stuff, you probably won't like this. But the first season is really well done. And I would say give that a chance and maybe fast forward through season 2. Season 3 seems to be back on track again. Yeah, there's Civil War era people. There's a lot of different clues. It's very much some of the people who made Lost. So, you know, take from that what you will. But I recommend giving it. It was on a channel called Epics, which I've never heard of, and now it's on MGM Plus that most people have not heard of. Yeah, they try guns, and they do a horrible job of trying guns because all of these people actually in this scene are being shot, but they always go center of mass. So everyone in the history of this town has only ever shot them in the chest, and so we only know how that affects them, which is it doesn't do anything. And if we've never seen headshots, we've never seen taking their legs out, none of that stuff drives me bonkers, but so far, the people in the show have not done that, and they discourage each other from using weapons. And that's not really clear why. There's the idea that maybe some people in the town are moles. Yeah, they're retarded for sure in season 2. They don't share information. They do all that typical, really poorly written stuff where everything's a misunderstanding, and if they just talk to each other, everyone will be fine. And they keep secrets for no reason, that kind of stuff. But season 3 is sort of more back into telling a good story. And the monsters are kind of evolving and trying to sort of bait them into traps instead of just trying to get in their houses or wait for them to leave. The intro I showed you guys, that granny monster kills the whole family, and the next scene is gory. It kind of shows everything. And the husband who didn't come home that night was drinking, and the punishment for not protecting his family is that he then has to go in the box. And so he has to go in a small wooden box outside at night, and you slowly watch the monsters break in and he gets torn to pieces. So it's sort of a very brutal, not a ton of forgiveness in this town, but it's worth giving it a watch.
All right, the reason I said something about that movie, I thought about it because you were talking about the town that, and I was saying in the chat every time that just shows up or whatever. That's how this movie was. The people were just traveling, and somehow they entered a town. But then when people got away from the town and they tried to report it to the police, when they go back there, like, it's not there. So it was too similar to this movie. This movie is called 2001 Maniacs.
I don't think I've heard of that.
And the description said it was it seems like a Civil War reenactment. So the tourists went up to that and were just like, hey, it's a little festival, cool. But these are actually like ghosts from their time period, and they was killing tourists.
This is one of the most recognizable monsters because he has a weird face. Like there's no makeup being done. He has this creepy, like, enormous smile that they use to affect. And I think he's never seen him in anything else, but he's great for this. I don't know if he could ever do another role, but yeah, the giant scary mouth, I guess, works for this. So that's that one, and I think that's kind of it. Pet Brett, I'm gonna play another clip for you because this is a fun one I just made.
He broke out my window.
Which one?
Good times. All right, guys. Thanks everyone for coming on. AJ, what's going on with you, dude? You have to get you to 1,000 subs here,
bro. I'm gonna try to hit 1,000 by the end of the year.
You can do it. You can do it.
200 more. I'm at 800 and something. And a lot of it is because of y'all being on these streams and whatnot. What's up with me? I don't know, man. Trying to make a video. I streamed with Leon yesterday. That was dope. So go check that out. Daxonar was on there too. Good peoples. But yeah, man. Stream with Leon on his channel too. I've been doing a Saturday stream, so talking to people and whatnot. I'm sure I'm going to be doing one this Saturday. Got to figure out who my guest is, but there's people.
Your show with Mugen Lord, is that how you pronounce his name?
Yeah, I don't know what Mugen means.
I don't know either. It could be a trap to say it, but yeah, that was awesome. That was a fantastic show. That was a Saturday morning show. You guys went for like 6 hours, but it was great. Everyone who watched it will agree that it was just a fantastic conversation.
Me and Leon gonna get something together, man. The long hair stream.
That works. That works.
Yeah, that's gonna be cool. I'm just talking though, but yeah, stream on Tuesdays, stream Saturday mornings, it seemed like, and videos come about here and there. So there you go.
And so everyone's info is in the description, so please go subscribe to AJ if you haven't already. You have to put him over the top, and it's part of your reparations package, so just fucking do it.
Give it all. Give me all.
Right.
Whatever white guilt compels you to give to me. Let me be
guilt,
your black.
Brown guilt, whatever color guilt you got, feed it to AJ. He'll eat it. Lady B.
You know what's funny? I haven't really been doing anything, but me and Will started watching like Studio Ghibli movies, and we're trying to get through all of them. And I'm like, we should do like a wholesome stream about it. And it's really funny. We watched last one we watched was My Neighbor Totoro, and then before that we watched Kiki's Delivery Service. Like, these movies don't really have plots, but they're like amazing like vibe movies. And they are. And we've got Howl's Moving Castle, and we're gonna watch The Cat Returns next, I think. But yeah, I think we might do like something about that.
That's awesome. You guys should do that.
It is kind of funny. They're just like, yeah, we love these wholesome stories. Like, there's a lot to like from that. They're very like, they leave us happy, and that's really good.
Watch The Boy and the Beast.
Oh yeah, definitely. Cat Bus, yeah, Cat Bus is a hero. Cat Bus is why we're here.
Kitty, thanks for coming.
Yeah,
Ki-
Kitty.
I wish I could have you on here, Kitty. It's just that the planet isn't aligned very well. But and Kitty's been on our Circle of Jerks on Saturdays before, and she's awesome. And she streams when we're supposed to be sleeping, but she has some great shows on her channel too. So please go check her out. Before I get to Niyat, I'm gonna play the one villain clip that I didn't get to tonight.
What's the most you ever lost on a coin toss? Sir? The most you ever lost on a coin toss?
I don't know. I couldn't say.
Oh god, that's such a good book. Such a great movie. Such an awesome villain. Oh.
Bro, I don't know what that movie is, but somebody had a clip where they did a voiceover to that. And I don't know who played that video.
Chigera. That's right, Boosh. I think he was one of the ones you recommended.
I know, man. I'm just constantly throwing shit out there and not helping y'all to help me at all. But
Born to play villain, and like that role, he's perfect. He's perfect in that one. Thank you, Pet Brett. Thank you. Niyat, have you seen that one?
Oh, absolutely. It's one of my favorite movies. I thought Javier Bardem did a phenomenal job as playing Anton Chigurh. He's calm, very collected. He's got these unique tools that he uses to dispatch the people that he's after. And I thought Josh Brolin was also phenomenal.
Oh yeah,
as,
definitely.
Llewellyn. And it's an interesting film because throughout the entire movie, you're hoping that Josh Brolin's going to be able to get away from him, but he doesn't. Like he's killed, and he's killed off screen as well. Like you find out that he's murdered, which is such a unique thing to do in a film. And love the ending. Highly recommend it.
Yeah, it's great.
Yep,
the book is really, really good too. Read the book.
No Country for Old Men.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. Oh, and what's his face? Tommy Lee Jones is.
Oh yeah, Tommy Lee Jones is a sheriff. Oh, it's so funny. There's some really funny stuff in the book that wasn't in there. It's sort of like the chapters alternate between Llewellyn, the sheriff, and Chigurh and yeah. The sheriff is like the sheriff's like kind of like talking about things in retrospect. So a lot of the chapters like don't really fit in with the story per se, but it's just him like reminiscing about stuff, and it's really funny. I actually did a video on this book. Like, if you want to like know more about it, it's on my channel.
Yeah, I also did a video on the film, so if you guys are interested, check that out. But another interesting aspect about this film is that Tommy Lee Jones is also always one step behind the action that's happening, and he's confronted with this new form of evil because he said back in the day we didn't even need to wear a pistol. I didn't need to have a pistol on us. Things were much simpler, and he's confronted by this new change in violence and atrocities, and he just can't deal with it. So he loses as well in a way.
Well, that's and Cormac McCarthy, if you're looking for a really light read to just have a really good time and read Cormac McCarthy, Pick Up the Road.
Yeah, the road. My brother always teases me with that. It's so funny.
Boosh, I'm going to spotlight your stuff here. You had some good suggestions, so I do appreciate that. Vader and Joker. Yeah, we didn't get to those because those were Errol Childress, very good villain. Patrick Bateman, we know, American Psycho. Norman Bates, Psycho.
Yeah.
Thanos. Annie Wilkes, who's that?
I don't know.
I don't know. Let's go, Boosh. Hannibal Lecter, that's one that Niyat also brought up. Buffalo Bill. Francis Dollarhide.
He was the villain in the Hannibal Lecter series, I think. Yeah.
Misery. Okay, that's who Annie was for Misery. Makes sense. We need to do a Misery situation possibly with George R.R. Martin at some point.
We should. He deserves it.
Finish the fucking book.
You know what? There's been like a new Mozart piece and a new like chapter to Gilgamesh before. What's a which?
Yeah, it's true. Ernest Starville Blofeld. That's on Bond?
Yes.
Okay. Early Grace. Don't know. Oh, there you go. Early Grace is Cal. Oh, yes. Okay. That was a great film. I would never remember that name, though. The Flood from Halo, good call. Also, for me, I was going to talk about maybe tonight was Red Dead 2 and Micah. He's a great villain. He also has a turn. So lots of good suggestions here. So thank you very much. Jana, Clarence Boddicker, Hans Gruber, Shooter McGavin, Shere Khan. Good ones all around. The other one I was going to bring up then was Hans Landa from Inglourious Bastards.
Oh, hell yeah. That was great. Another great Brad Pitt movie.
True. Nurse Ratched. There you go.
Yeah.
But yes, for me, I like that. There's something that's off-putting about the deliberate, calm evil
Yeah.
for Landa and Chigurh that they both have, and it's like you're caught in a machine almost that there is no way out of, and he takes his time. Yeah, Landa does rule.
The only horror movie that legitimately had me scared as a child was the Child's Play movies. Like Chucky was the scariest shit ever. So,
have you seen Inglourious Bastards?
Inglourious Bastards.
Yeah.
The fuck that has to do with Chucky, man?
I'm asking because that's what I was talking about.
I know. No, I haven't seen it.
Okay, it's worth it. It's a Tarantino movie. One of the best villains is, I think he got an Oscar for this one. Did he not?
Yeah,
he did. Yeah.
Okay, well, I just looked up No Country for Old Men, so that's on the list.
Attaboy.
Inglourious Bastards.
I apologize for Reddit, but there you go. That's Hans Landa.
That's a bingo.
Oh, from Django.
The Django?
No, he's also in Django as a different character.
Dr. Schultz.
False Doom. Yes, Hans Landa. Christoph Waltz, yeah, he was. Well, he's a very similar character, actually, in Django. In the way the performance is somewhat similar. I feel.
Yeah, he's almost playing the inverse of Hans Landa. Still the same energy and characteristics, but he's a good guy in that.
Yeah. The Ring scared me. Yeah, I watched back in the day, the Japanese, the Ringu, I think it's called, the first one, when I was cool and I knew movies that other people hadn't heard of at the time. That's The Ring is one of my favorite ones from Japan for horror.
All right, I got another villain.
Okay.
Negan from Walking Dead.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
Who is this?
I have to drop some because I'm reading the chat for Kayla. We're gonna talk about like Tywin in Game of Thrones and A Song of Ice and Fire, but all the book ones are better. Like, well, I don't know about Tywin. Tywin's really good, but like Book Damon, like book Euron Greyjoy. Oh my god! If you ever read the Forsaken chapters, oh my god, so good.
I was gonna bring someone else. I think it was actually Dempsey who suggested a good one too, which is Jaime Lannister. From the show,
yeah, Jaime Lannister is good too. I mean, he's a villain that has a turn, though. Honestly, like it's so like we'll never know what happens to him. Yeah.
He has two turns because he has a redemptive arc, and then it all gets undone in the last episode.
Oh my god, yeah, show your own. No, he's a fucking simp. Oh my god.
Yeah, he goes.
Dax, has anyone ever told you look kind of like Negan?
I've heard that. Yeah, I've heard that. I've heard Colin Farrell, which I prefer. But
okay,
I'll take it.
Yeah, definitely Negan.
I haven't seen this far into The Walking Dead, so I haven't seen Negan's character. The only thing I know of him is from Dave Chappelle. That Dave Chappelle skit where he does Negan.
Man, which was a poor skit in my opinion. That SNL one. But no, man, I like Negan. What Dildo says, I'm sure there's truth to that. I've only read like the first 3 volumes though of Walking Dead, and that shit's pretty long. So I'm nowhere near a Negan. But from the show, he was cool, man. Just how he carried himself. What is this actor's name? I like him. Jeffrey Dean Morgan. Okay. I like him, man. He it's a badass villain, bro. I actually
to him.
Yeah, I got a skit idea. I want to get into doing skits. So I don't want to be reading fucking articles all the time and just sitting here talking.
Good idea.
So I got some shit inspired by Negan. I'll say that.
Different. Yeah, the comedian. Yes, he was. And Ozymandias was another one I was thinking about using for tonight because he had a turn.
The comedian that was from Watchmen.
Watchmen, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, the boys. He's the Invisible Man, or whatever. He's the not even. Sorry, that's a horrible reference for that show. But he's in Butcher's head. So I liked this show up until like a certain point, but the comics were good. But he was better. Everyone says it, but he was so much better in the comics, even though Jeffrey D. Morgan did a great job on the show. But the physicality of Negan in the books, Jeffrey D. Morgan is not intimidating looking.
He doesn't have your shoulders, Zax. Just say
No,
it. You can
he
say
doesn't. He doesn't. And in the comics, Negan's a big dude. And so that's part of where he got to where he is. And in the show, he's just not. So it's harder to buy him as this horrific threat.
Yeah, I agree with that, man. It was I was like, how is they letting this man like control all of this, like have all of this power? Because he's not assuming at all, and like he has no legs. So
no,
like when he was fighting that one dude, his supposedly right hand man type guy, and not to spoil it, but you know, because he has a lot of them. We're all Negan, whatever they were saying. But when he was fighting that dude, I was like, man, the other guy clearly looks jacked. Like he should be handling this fight.
Yeah,
but
it's here. Let's go. We'll get a comic panel for him. He's a big dude. In the books.
And Eddie Brock.
Oh, good one. Another one. Yeah.
We pissing our pants yet? Yeah.
Who 6'1"? Yeah, he's 6'1", maybe 150. He's not a. He's in the situation. I don't understand why people would be scared of him. That's all. In that context, like he's a great leader, or whatever. But this guy in the books, there's nothing about him that says he'd be a pushover.
He looks more intimidating. Not at all, man. Like, dude has no ass, no legs, like no base, no strong base, man. And he doesn't have shoulders. Yeah, he's all leather jacket and baseball bat.
Yeah, look at that. It's like borderline grandpa bod.
Yeah, I was about to say he looks like a frail old man.
Yeah.
A good-looking frail old man,
handsome.
That's the face. The face is carrying him.
That's right.
Yeah.
What's going on with you, Niyat? You are taking over the live stream. I'm going to be on your channel in a couple of weeks. So I'm looking forward to that. But what's going on with you?
So it's been a busy week, but I'm going to be on Badger Den end of this week. Saturday, covering the first Alien movie by Ridley Scott with a bunch of great people. It's going to be fun. And Sunday, I'll be on Late Night with the Gooch and also working on a video for Smile 2. So that should be out early next week.
I can't wait to talk about Aliens with you the week after. You've got a cool series coming up.
Absolutely. We're covering every Alien and Predator film, and there's 14, and we're going to be covering them in order of release. So looking forward to having you on next week for Aliens. Absolutely. Yeah, thanks so much for having me on as well, dude. Like, I apologize you invited me a month ago, but I was just about to head off to the US and Japan, and was just like, behind on everything. So I was glad to finally make it. It's been a lot of fun.
I'm happy to have you here, and thanks for coming on, and I'd love to have you back.
Oh, hell yeah.
AJ can come back too. Lady B's always here.
I better be able to come back.
The furniture.
All right. I think, Saturday, big show. Circle of Jerks is off, or possibly a very late start, but in its place, we're going to have the first ever Clam Jam. And that is the all ladies version of the show. They've asked for it. They want to prove to us that they can be funny, and we'll give them the chance. And we've got Nadia spearheading that one. We've got Moxie, Dame, Vex is going to be there. Jan is going to be there, and Sassy. So we have a good collection of women. Some of them are going to be funny. Vex, we know is funny. She gets a pass. Okay, Vex already wins that one. But the other ones, can they be funny? We'll find out on Saturday with the first ever Clam Jam. They want it to be monthly. I don't know.
So the jerks are not off. We are going woke, and the show is chopping its dicks off and replacing them with clams. Full transition, baby.
Yeah, get in there.
So we'll see what happens.
It's going to be fun, no matter what. And Roman. Oh, you play Roman tonight.
Are trans men funny?
No. Oh, you're going to be with. You're on Roman's show, aren't you, tomorrow, AJ?
Yes, I am. I'm talking werewolves.
Yeah, nice. All right. Thanks everyone for coming on. And so check out that show tomorrow, and definitely drop in with Niyat on Saturday and Saturday night, late night, first ever Clam Jam. I want to see if they can even get along for long enough to have a show. It's I don't know. We'll see how it goes. They want it. AJ, show Clam. Show us your Clam, AJ. Come on, dude. Yes, Leon is funny. All right, everyone. We're gonna play you out. Everyone in the chat here, please subscribe to everyone on the show. Hang out after and leave a comment on this. And don't forget to stand up and salute. Pay respect to the trans people. Good night, everybody.
Respect to the trans community. And fuck you, transphobes.
Trans people are my friends. Transphobes can't catch these hands. Trans people are my friends. So respect them, but we're going in. Trans people are my friends. Transphobes can't catch these hands. Trans people are my friends. So respect them, but we're going in. Transphobes, show your fucking mouth. I'll knock you out. I'll knock you out. Transphobes, show your fucking mouth. I'll knock you out. You better watch out. Trans people are my friends. Transphobes can't catch these hands. Trans people are my friends. So respect them, but we're going in. Trans people are my friends. Transphobes can't catch these hands. Trans people are my friends. So respect them, but we're going in. Trans people are my friends.